And that's what we all want. That's what we all need. That's what we all must work to build. We all need a city, a country, a community, a society, a world. It's called the good society, where there's enough for everybody. Takes what you do. We can help to make our cities a better place to live. 6:35 Citi Breakfast Show, 7th May 2025. From the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on your journey, starting a career, building a family, growing a business, or planning your future, we are here to support you at Fidelity Bank. Let's turn your dreams into reality. We are here for your journey. Believe with us. Segment is also brought to you by Piva Beverages with 5 distinct flavors. You can choose from a wide variety to enjoy that special flavor. We are available at your local store. Piva Beverages, a taste you love. Watch out for our big program at 3 p.m. on Channel 1 television as we analyze the 120 days of John Dramani Mahama. This is his second and final term, with 6 distinct areas of enquiry. Business and export with Michael Koto. Economy with Professor Ejepoma Jekedako. Agriculture with Professor Roger Canton. Anti-corruption and good governance with Mary Ada. Education with Kofi Asari. And then we have inclusion and youth development. Vera Ado. It's a live program coming to you from Channel 1 Studios as we build a good society. My name is Bernard Abler. Thank you for staying with us on Citi FM. Richard Sky and Caleb Kuda are here. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining the program. Sir. What are the papers saying today?
Well, before you do that, though, there's a lot happening around that.
Okay.
I think the voices are increasing and the heat is increasing on Fonya Singbe to do something about this amendment to the Constitution. It is a really terrible signal to all of us. We should be worried about
Opposition in Togo has rejected his new status.
Yes.
And they are having none of this.
Yes.
ECOWAS has to step up, intervene before it leads to something else. And I am at them with you on that very important matter. Of course,
when it sneezes there,
all of us will catch a cold.
Yes.
And Togo is a good neighbor, so let's just make sure things happen there on the right front.
Yep.
All right. Well, I got a couple of love letters from customers of ECG.
Okay.
But I want to start with the newspapers. I don't want to do those things. I got one very early in the morning, like 5 paragraphs.
It was an episode.
And the guy says, I have tried all legal means. If ECG does not respond, apparently they are unable to purchase
electricity.
Yes,
credit.
because they say there's some problem with their metering or something.
Okay.
And he says for over 6 weeks, this community somewhere in Accra have not had power. Then he says everything in my fridge and freezer has been dispatched and has been emptied since. Then he says none of the affected houses have had more than 30 hours of light in the past 7 weeks. I have tried everything legal to solve this problem without success. And at the point of considering illegal approaches to the problem.
You shouldn't.
So I think this is the last thing he's doing before he does.
No, you shouldn't.
So I just let me deal with it today before otherwise. So Mr. Aiku and the guy, you see, when people send you messages, he sent me this message at 4:47.
Yeah, it means that he's really worried. For all sweating. And
long thing.
Heat of.
Charlie, he says for 7 weeks, people in the Akotoshi #1 enclave of Ajen Kotoku here in Accra are sleeping in darkness without any clear solution in sight by the ECG due to the smart meters' inability to accept very bad voltage into houses, especially long meters, except for a few houses with postpaid meters and other meters that have had lights and sometimes fans on most of the time. Charlie, long. The sad part is that ECG area officers have strategized to keep reporting to the complaint center every morning that they have solved the problem anytime we complain, especially in the evening when we return home from work. So that the next complaint in the evening from residents would be considered a new problem and not as ECG officers being Charlie, long matter.
Yeah, I mean, this is clear.
So ECG, just move a whole team to the Ajen Kotoku, Akotoshi, and go and bend down and beg the people and do the work.
Very important.
Because it's very, the guy said he has tried all legal means.
Yeah, I know those areas, and the heat can be very, very, very.
Yeah. So this is the last legal thing he's doing before he decides.
I beg him. I plead with him. He's been able to endure this for a few days.
He said his fridge, he has packed the fridge, he hasn't ironed his shirt.
Oh,
he's bathing cold water in bucket. Charlie, no fear, bazaar.
PURC, please.
ECG.
You need to force ECG to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't continue to have complaints like this, and it would seem that the ECG is doing very little.
It's a long message
to deal with the problem.
So the worst part of all is that when they go to the people, they say, "Oh, we have solved the problem. It's a new problem."
No, it can't be right.
So please, ECG, Ajen Kotoku Akotoshi, Mita Mata, go and deal with it.
The Ghanaian Times says this morning, drug abuse among university students. Bernard, 24% hooked on tramadol. This is according to a research finding. Also on the front page this morning, Ghana to grow non-traditional exports $10 billion to $10 billion. This according to the president. Government declares 701 diplomatic and service passports invalid. I saw the numbers yesterday.
700.
I mean, do we have so many diplomats like that?
People are enjoying in Ghana.
I mean, look, I think there should be some class around how these things are issued. 700 diplomats.
Hey!
Why? Every MP has one.
Charlie?
Every justice of the.
I tell you.
Why? What's going on? No, the minister has to explain to us what would have happened.
You mean you should publish the names of the 700?
That's what brothers are asking for. They say they want to use it to do something.
And then also, the Ghanaian Times is still appealing for support for Agnes Owusu. The number to call 0599 775707.
Right. Daily Graphic this morning, Agric value chain needs reform. Stanbic Bank chief executive is speaking here, and Supreme Court dismisses injunction against CJ suspension. Experts push for sustainable agric practices to enhance food security. On the back page, many healthcare facilities in Ghana face significant wash challenges, and Apollonia City begins rehabilitation of Oyibi Apollonia Road.
All right. Let me take you to the Chronicle this morning. Dredge Master speeds up dredging of Odo to avert flooding, and Works and Housing Committee of Parliament is happy with the situation. Also on the front page this morning, NDC apparatchiks take over Smart Mickey mining concession. That's a question. And CJ suspension as Afua gets bloody nose in court. And yesterday I saw some really troubling videos from the Teshi area. Some people fighting over DC nomination.
Charlie,
what's going on?
Some places when they name the people, people charge.
Just breaks. Daily Guide, Telcom staff fingered in kidnapping case, and Supreme Court throws out CJ removal injunction. Charles Bisu gets 200,000 Ghana City bail. Minority leader petitions IGP over protest assault. God has vindicated me in Boku conflict. This is Dr. Baumia.
Let me take you to the news center. MTN Ghana injects some 3 million Ghana cedis into Agric. Car sought for Vegetable Center of Excellence at the University of Ghana Farms. Also on the front page this morning, Baumia urges unity and end to politicization of Boku conflicts. Some of the stories here on the front page.
The new publisher, Apenyo Marking, petitions IGP over assault. Ghanaian women rescued from kidnappers in Nigeria, and pastor's former side chick jailed.
The Ghanaian publisher also repeats the story about Apenyo Marking petitioning the IGP. Also on the front page, Boku crisis. Baumia calls for cooperation. The story about dredging of the Odo is also here on the front page. And Mahama fails to deliver key promises.
The Inquisitor, failure to declare assets. Mahama to fire today. Stoppers, ruffians, saboteurs plot evil against Ghana Airport Company Limited. That is here. Businessman petitions against Offenso North MP, claims he is after his life. And Gala LI 2462 will be repealed.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian, the Accra Times. John Mahama warns appointees of a new code of conduct. Don't push me. Also, Speaker Bagman is championing a fight against chronic kidney diseases within our system. We're told dialysis is really draining people, and he's leading the campaign to do something about it. This will be supporting the Mahama Cares campaign. And then some other stories here on the front page. Are you done?
Daily gist: ministers angry with Atu forcing over contract approvals. Internet love leads two Ghanaian women into kidnappers' den in Nigeria. Side chick jailed for contempt in Sugar Daddy saga. Baumia calls for peace over Boko conflict, and Supreme Court upholds Chief Justice's suspension. Other stories: Imani petitions Raj to investigate EC over alleged misappropriation and waste of state resources. This is Daily Post.
Okay, so let me finish my newspapers. The custodian says your officer assaulted me when you're marking petitions IGP. If you go to the Daily Analyst, Tokonu suspension case, Supreme Court dismisses damage objection. If you go to the Ghanaian Point, Mahama bans appointees from accepting gifts and favors. A new code of conduct. They say even hampers self challenge.
For check. But people say the 20,000 CD threshold is too much. They should reduce it.
Is it in one tranche or small?
Because they can break it and do it 19,090. So more wahala for Ofanko and Sawam commuters as legal issues stall project. That's how Informa decides to put it. Bernard, and BNFT very quickly: share industry on brink of collapse as harsh conditions ravage trees. Stored Pokwase Maira affordable housing at risk. MPs warn of security threats, funding delays, and food insecurity rating projected to improve.
Because of time, I'll just give you a few headlines here. CitiNewsroom.com. Mohammed's 120 days, a breakdown of what he has delivered and what's to come. That's an analysis by CitiNewsroom.com. Government to inaugurate task force to fast-track national airline establishment. That's also here. Abuja Napo says chip embedded passport was fully executed by Akufo-Addo government. And then Mahama nominates 40 new DCEs. So those are some of the headlines here. If you go to Channel 1 News as well, Fifi Kwete says MPP delivered the worst governance in Ghana's history. Acting CJ inclusion on panel on constitutional but unjust Esifua on the Tokonu case. Police say they are ready to rise security in Ablekuma North. If you go to majoonline.com, you don't accept and then you donate. You reject. Dr. Asante criticizes Mahama over gifted cars. Imani petitions tries to investigate easy for breaking the law. There's a full text of the petition here. And then Guta Hills BOG for breaking dollar store value myth. Meanwhile, Citi has gained. Fuel drops won't decrease prices. This is an economist. We'll deal with all of that in Fool's Day. So let's get into some of the stories.
Okay,
this
before
morning.
you go though, let me just mention the headline of the Herald newspaper. We don't have it this morning. Godfrey Dame suffers double defeat in Supreme Court over CJ Tokonu suspension. Another story says ECG deploys mobile transformers to boost power supply in Chado, but ignores Adenta communities. And then some other stories on the front page this morning.
But the people have started at Chado, so let them finish. Why do you have to say they've explored Adenta? Or could it be that Adenta has a worse problem?
Because the population there is also really great. You know, Adenta is a vast community.
Okay.
Yeah, so... Okay, let's take off this morning. What are we taking off?
Well, I will just give you some highlights. Mahama has inaugurated a lot of things. So, for example, yesterday he inaugurated a task force on export development.
That's correct.
He's also inaugurated a task force to fast-track national airline establishment. Quite a number of things are happening ahead of his 120 days. So if you go, for example, CitiNewsroom.com, plans to establish a national airline in Ghana are set to receive significant boost with the inauguration of a high-level task force to oversee and accelerate the process. This move signals a renewed commitment by authorities to revive the country's aviation ambitions following years of stalled efforts to launch the flagship carrier. Still on the same day, he launched a task force on export development, and that task force was chaired by Guzitano. And I think he gave them a target of 10 billion cedis in, is it $10 billion in exports? I don't know if you have that story. Those are two stories, in addition to an analysis by Citi Newsroom here, that there's a breakdown. It's dollars. Okay. There's also a breakdown of some of the promises he made and whether he's fulfilled them or not. So if you go, for example, to citinewsroom.com, the code of conduct promise has been fulfilled. National Economic Dialogue has been done. No fees, no trees for life and blue water has been inaugurated. No fee stress is in the offing. Some taxes like e-levy, betting tax, emission levy, all gone. Other notable promises are launch of 1 million coders, rollout of Mahama Cares, a Jumeirah program launched, free sanitary pad distributed, Black Star Experience launched, seed money for Women's Development Bank, accelerated Export Development Council inaugurated, probing Akosombo Dam Spillage Committee working, and restructuring of SOEs. Now there are 2 ongoing. Compensation of victims for Akosombo flood has not been done yet because I think the committee is still working.
Right.
Investigate the murder of Ahmed Swale is ongoing. Yet to be fulfilled are about 3 or 4. Review of taxes on vehicles to ease burden on drivers.
Yeah.
Full commencement of 24-hour economy has not been done yet. New legislation to streamline government scholarship programs, we haven't seen it yet. Reforms to purge state security of vigilante elements, we haven't seen that. And then reopening of investigation into Ayawaso related violence, also not done. So you can say about 80-something% or close to 85% of the promises based on this analysis have been fulfilled.
Let me take you to Agric. So the value chain needs reform. This is the Stanbic Bank chief speaking. Chief Executive of Stanbic Bank Ghana, Kwamina Asumening, has called for urgent and systemic reforms within Ghana's agricultural value chain, describing the current food security situation as both an economic and sustainability crisis. Now, he was speaking at the Graphic Business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting in Accra yesterday, where he highlighted the steep rise in food prices and their wider economic implications, urging key stakeholders to address the vulnerabilities undermining the country's food chain system. Now, connecting that to what's on page 39, peasant farmers urge government to expedite Feed Ghana program. So, Peasant Farmers Association has called on the government to accelerate the implementation of the much anticipated Feed Ghana initiative, citing rising food prices and agricultural challenges that threaten national food security. The government unveiled this initiative last month to facilitate the transformation of the country's agricultural sector. The initiative is seeking to boost agricultural production to feed the population and provide raw materials.
Okay, Bernard, let me just draw your attention to this story I was talking about. Government declares 701 diplomatic and service passports invalid. Cynthia Asampana, writing on page 13 of the Ghanaian Times, says the government has cancelled diplomatic and service passports issued to a total of 701 holders with immediate effect, saying said passports are no longer valid for international travels. Now, the cancellation of these passports set of passports was necessitated by the failure of holders to comply with the government's deadline to return them as directed. Now, we're told that if you attempt to, fly on these passports, the people at the various ports have been instructed to confiscate the passports.
And they're over 700.
Over 700.
Wow.
We are told that there are businessmen, religious and traditional leaders, entrepreneurs, former government functionaries, their dependents. Jaka.
That's the motto of the year. Meanwhile, the ranking member of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Jinapo, has said that the mass rollout of Ghana's chip embedded passports is a result of years of strategic planning, procurement, and execution under the previous administration, not an initiative by the current government, as recent narratives suggest. In the press release dated May 6, Jinapo outlined the timeline and policy actions that led to the development and successful launch of the chip-embedded biometric passport program, describing recent attempts to relaunch the initiative as unnecessary and a misrepresentation of the facts.
Right. Now, Imani is petitioning Straj to investigate EC over alleged misappropriation and wastage of state resources. Imani Center for Policy and Education has petitioned the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, Straj, to investigate the Electoral Commission's conduct in the retirement and disposal of election-related equipment. The petition dated May 4 seeks to invoke the jurisdiction's powers, mandates, and duties under Chapters 18, 24, and 24 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic, which entrusts the care of national resources and the charge of ensuring sound conduct among public officers to the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice. So
okay, yes, quickly, I want to tell you about this story. 24% hooked on tramadol. These are university students, according to research. Page 12 of the Ghanaian Times has that story from Yahaya Nuhu Nada in Tamale. Says about 11.4% of university students in the north have been involved in misuse of tramadol before. Out of the number, 24% of them exhibited signs of dependence, according to the Journal of Substance Use and Addiction Research, an international research journal. I think at some point we should find time to deal with this particular matter. We're talking about drug abuse, and it seems that this thing is a major menace in the north.
Yeah, Bernard, page 2 of Daily Gist. Internet love leads two Ghanaian women into kidnappers' den in Nigeria. What started as online flirtation for two Ghanaian women ended in captivity, abuse, and international headlines as police uncovered the full extent of a romance scam that spiraled into a brutal kidnapping in Nigeria. The Ghana Police Service has confirmed that the two victims identified as, their names are here, were lured through Facebook by criminals posing as white men who expressed their interest in marriage. Goes on to give you some more details.
There's another angle of the story that suggests that telecommunications officials sort of worked with part of an international ring of criminals to get these women to be in trouble. So we need to watch out for that. Sky, before you bring me the ECG story, I just want to give you 10 highlights of the code of conduct quickly. So Citi Newsroom and Channel 1 have put together 10 of the key issues that must be adhered to. We'll discuss that later on. Product endorsement, prohibition from purchasing state assets, declare assets or face dismissal, no use of public funds for gift or hampers, declare conflict of interest, ban on nepotism and influence peddling, ministerial travels, sanctions for breach of code, online reportage for citizens, and then gifts. I'll give you the details later on. Sky.
Yeah, so I want to take you to this story that what do you call it? The Herald is not happy about. But for some reason, I'm looking for
maybe the powers have removed the story from the paper. You can't find it.
Yeah, Larry, where is the paper? Where is the story?
The story is on way.
Sky, me, why you look for what you want?
Yeah, do something else.
I found Deborah Seyeram Adabla. She's the young woman whose explosive civil suit against her former boss turned Ghana's court into a stage for moral debate has now been sentenced to 45 days at Nsawam prison for contempt of court. Now, the sentence was handed down following what judges described as insulting and contemptuous remarks made against the judiciary on social media. Now, this latest twist in the widely publicized legal saga is a dramatic turn for Adabla, who in 2023 made headlines with a lawsuit against Ernest Kwesi Nimako, the former chief finance officer at First Atlantic Bank.
Yeah, I think it's an unfortunate development. Look, I'm really troubled by the outcome. But again, it is important that people realize that when matters are before court, you don't go stand on platforms and do all kinds of things. Bernard, quickly,
there's no time.
No, I just want to mention this because I found the story in the Herald. The story says that the ECG is busy trying to deal with the problems of the people of Chado. However, in a sharp contrast, ECG has continued to ignore repeated appeals from residents of lakeside communities near Ashali-Bochwe in the Adenta municipality. These residents suffer from persistent low voltage, frequent power outages, and damage to household appliances.
The reporter lives
due
there.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055 00 32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same right. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. better. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
My body, when you wake up in the morning, and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Nilati is here with the Citi Business News. Good morning, Ni.
Good morning, Bernard. It's midweek. This is the breakfast edition of Citi Business News brought to you by MTN, Goil and EcoBank. Coming up, government begins processes for the establishment of a national airline, move significant for the return of Ghana Airways 20 years after its collapse. Also, currency analysts concerned about sustainability of recent cedi gains call for monetary and fiscal policy consolidation to guard against in reversal. Plus, President Mahama's 120-day social contract nears expiration. We assess whether unfulfilled economic promises could negatively impact successes chalked so far. I am Ni Lati, grateful for your time. Plans to establish a national airline have begun with the inauguration of a high-level and strategic task force today to oversee and accelerate the establishment processes. This move signals a renewed commitment by the Mahama government to revive the country's aviation ambitions following years of stalled efforts to relaunch a national carrier. Daniel Sakiti has the rest of the story.
Ghana has been without a national airline for nearly 2 decades after operations were suspended due to a U.S. ban linked to operational debts. The country's original flag carrier, Ghana Airways, operated from 1958 until its collapse in 2004. It was succeeded by Ghana International Airlines, which served from 2005 to 2010 before also ceasing operations. Momentum to revive a national airline gained traction in September 2022 when Ashanti Airlines was selected as the government's strategic partner. The move rekindled hopes for the relaunch of a rebranded Ghana Airlines and attracted interest from multiple stakeholders. The new task force, to be inaugurated under the directive of President John Mahama and led by the Ministry of Transport, is expected to generate fresh investor interest and foster strategic partnerships within the aviation sector.
Citi Business News' Daniel Sakite starting us off with that report. And meantime, government has assured that a shortlist of potential partners will soon be announced as part of measures to bring the national airline to life. Joseph Bukari Nikpe is Transport Minister.
All the work we are doing, the safety and the upgradement we have put in our facilities, it is only proper that we also take advantage of what we have done over the years. We have received a lot of proposals and we have started hearing those parties. You are aware that we inherited an economy that is challenged. On our own, we cannot establish a national airline. And so we're looking for partnership. And in that, you don't rush to pick partners. You take time, do a search over them, and know who they are, their capacities to deliver or to partner with you to be able to bring in a national carrier that will actually fly our flag for a very long time and in comfort. So we're working on the proposal they've submitted. Very soon we'll shortlist a few of them and see how we are going to take it from that level.
That's Transport Minister Joseph Bukari Nikwe there. Moving on, market analysts want both monetary and fiscal authorities to consolidate the recent gains of the Ghana Citi and guard against a potential reversal. The local currency, which crossed the 17 Ghana Citi mark on the retail market in 2023, is now trading around 14 Ghana Citis, showing signs of resilience, many describe as one of the best performances in recent years. Here's Macroeconomic Research Manager at GCB Bank PLC, Courage Buti, who is telling Citi Business News the performance is being driven by a mix of improved forex liquidity, but cautioned against any slippages in fiscal discipline.
We have the history of election and a change in political administration and a positive spin coming on many fronts. One of them being exchange rate. We have seen this before, it's not new. So the question is about what do we do to sustain it? And that is exactly what I meant when I said that, yes, the tone at the top is good. We talk about fiscal discipline. We've talked about bringing inflation down. We've talked about controlling arrears creation and all of those. All of those are positive, they are good to hear. But we've not seen a single data point yet to either confirm or deny the occurrence of such policy proposals. And so the job is all on the finance minister, the government, to make do the words and the promises and the bold statements they are making. That is what would either sustain or disrupt the momentum we are seeing. The Q1 data, the half-year data, and then everything else that will follow.
Courage Buti is Macroeconomic Research Manager at GCB Bank PLC. Well, still on this, and the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, is commending the Bank of Ghana for the appreciation of the cedi in recent days, noting that it has brought respite to businesses. In a press statement signed by its president, Dr. Joseph Obeng, GUTA said he has observed from January to date that the local currency has gained some strength against the major foreign trading currencies, bringing confidence to the economy. GUTA also commended the governor of the Bank of Ghana for efficiently managing the forex market, further stating that the fiscal discipline adopted by the government also contributed to the stability of the currency. A good time for the currency updates now, isn't it? Because the dollar going for 14 cedis 60 pesos, the British pound at 20 cedis 50 pesos, that of the euro could be sold to you at 16 cedis 90 pesos. Well, a reminder that these are rates being offered by some forex bureaus to the public and not the interbank rates by the Bank of Ghana. Now, some economists are praising the government for delivering a significant number of its commitments under the 120-day social contract, which officially expires today. Out of the 28 promises made, 19 have been fulfilled, with 7 still outstanding. In the following report, Citi Business News' Daniel Sakite looks at the economic promises and the way forward.
Among the key achievements are the successful hosting of a national economic dialogue, the launch of the 1 Million Coders program, and the establishment of the Accelerated Export Development Council. The government has also operationalized the Women's Development Bank, providing seed capital to kickstart its operations. These initiatives have been cited as part of broader efforts to revitalize the economy and promote financial inclusion. However, several major initiatives remain unfulfilled. These include a review of taxes on vehicles, the removal of the 1% COVID-19 levy, the commencement of the 24-hour economy initiative, and amendments to the Customs Act of 2020. The government is yet to provide revised timelines for the completion of these outstanding policies. Speaking to Citi Business News, economist Professor Patrick Esuming commended the government's progress, noting that despite the financial constraints, the administration has performed appreciably well. He, however, stressed the importance of completing the remaining policies to sustain public trust and economic recovery.
Considering the circumstances, I think we've done fairly well. It's It's very difficult coming into power in the circumstances in which they came. They did very well setting up the team, the core team, very relatively quickly. And some of the major promises, especially on the fiscal side, in terms of the taxes, if in the main kept to what they promised that they would do. I think there are some of the elements of the 120-day contract that naturally will take time. I think perhaps the government probably underestimated how much time some of them will need. In the end, I think they've done well. I think the appointments generally have been good, with the exception of maybe one or two, in terms of communicating what the strategy is. They've largely done so. I'll give them a very good score on that.
Join us later today on Channel 1 TV for a special discussion on President Mahama's first 120 days in office starting at 3 p.m. The program will assess the administration's progress on its 120-day social contract, featuring insights from expert panelists across key sectors.
Well, and those panelists include Michael Koto, Managing Partner, Confidant, Professor Ejapoma Jakedakon, Associate Professor, University of Ghana Business School, and Professor Roger Canton, Research Scientist, among others. Do make time. And that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News on 97.3 Citi FM, brought to you by MTN, Goel, and EcoBank. We've got more business news for you on citynewsroom.com/business. I am Nila Tilati. Thanks for listening, and do have a good business day.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Hey, Akos, we have been friends since childhood, and we always tell each other everything.
Oh, Cynthia, I know that, and that is why you're my best friend.
We even eat together, and I have spare keys to your room. I also know your phone password.
Cynthia, don't I also know your phone password?
Yes, but what about your Momo PIN?
Hey, no way.
Indeed, Akos, your Momo PIN is your secret. Do not share your PIN for any reason or give your PIN to someone to send cash on your behalf. Davida, never give out your PIN or OTP as a means of claiming a so-called promotional prize won. Your PIN is like your toothbrush. It only belongs to you. Stay alert.
MTN. Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Over. For your sake, I pull over. closer. I love you when you bend over. Telling me make
14:57. You just heard the City Business News, sponsored by Ecobank, MTN. Every day people face different emergencies, police, fire, medical, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency number as well. Here's one you don't want to forget. Star 770 hash. Yes, star 770 hash is the new Ecobank money emergency number. With star 770 hash, you get instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility payments, airtime, data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there is no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. Ecobank will always come to your rescue. Dial star 770 hash now for solutions to your money emergencies. Ecobank is the Pan-African bank. And MTN says there is exciting news for everyone looking to join the MTN family or grab an extra MTN SIM card. All MTN SIM cards are available for the incredible price of just 10 cedis. Yes, you heard right, only 10 Ghana cedis. Head down to any MTN service center, Connect store, or your nearest authorized community shop. Take advantage of this fantastic offer. Remember to purchase your new SIM card and get connected. All you need to bring is your valid Ghana card. It's that simple. Don't buy your SIM anywhere else. So for more than 10 Ghana cedi, we are waiting for you. Experience the most amazing network when you join the Hello family today. We're jumping into kickoff, our sports news segment brought to you by Polytank, Shell Helix Ultra Zero W20 SP, Lesheho, and Zonda. You see, this is Ghana, and you only get deceived if you're not sure of what you are buying or you don't really know the market. When it comes to water storage tanks, the only name everyone knows is Polytank. 30 years in the business and still going strong, trusted by all generations. Make no mistake, choose us. Whether you want Rambo, Hippo, Sumo, or Super Sumo, durability is always assured. Original Papa no Ankasa. We don't request for payments of Momo online though. And the Lesheho Don't Komi campaign has come to you because you deserve financial peace. Life comes with financial challenges, but with Lesheho, you don't have to face them alone. From now until June 30, 2025, we've reduced our interest rates just for you. So whether it's education, rent, or unexpected expenses, we've got the right loan to meet your needs. Call or WhatsApp Nana 02700 4799 or 02700 4733. Let's make life easier together. Act now before the offer ends. T's and C's apply. Lesheho, let's improve life. And there are many classy celebrations that call for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicles. Just any engine won't do. Premium understands premium best, and the new Shell Helix Ultra Zero W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed from natural gas using the Shell Pure Plus technology. It prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So if you want your classic car to run smoothly, use the Shell Helix Ultra Zero W20 SP, made for premium. Shell Helix Ultra Zero W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance. Kickoff time is now, and Edwin Kofi is here.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The Nerazzurri head to the Champions League final for the second time in 3 years. Barca beaten in one of the most extraordinary semi-final encounters in the competition's history. And in the end, Lamine Yamal kept out. Tears on the faces of the players and the fans in the stands, because in the end, Davide Fratese's goal in extra time has sealed it, Gary Breen.
Well, Barcelona's magnificent Champions League run comes to a heartbreaking end on Italian soil. The Catalan giants bow out under the lights, dreams shattered, but heads held high.
It was fourth in the NBA in three-point percentage.
Curry dancing with Alexander Walker. Got it. Stephen Curry, as only he can do.
The Golden State Warriors take control of Game 1 of the Western Conference semi-finals, beating the Minnesota Timberwolves 99-88, despite star guard Steph Curry being sidelined. And later,
Joseph Sabomu. Get the goal. A penalty at the deck. A goal for Junior Chipolopolo that leaves Leverson, Banda, and his teammates, well, just relieved.
we'll take you through the games at the ongoing African Under-20 Championship. More on Kickoff with me, Edwin Kwakofi. Kickoff is powered by Shell Go Wells under GH, Politan Ghana, Elesheko, let's improve life. We begin with the Black Starlets, and the Ghana's Black Starlets begin their second phase of their screening exercise in Kumasi with players from Ashanti, Bronga, Hafo, Northern, Upper West and Upper East regions invited. The first batch of 44 players report on Wednesday, the 7th of May, and the second on Saturday, the 10th of May. Coach Frimpong Manso is scouting talent for the 2025-26 WAFU Zone B Under-17 Cup and the Under-17 AFCON. Let's head to the Ghana Premier League now, and the communications director of Legon City's Kwame Jumoajiman says poor results were the main reason behind the sacking of head coach Yao Champong. According to him, football is driven by results, and the decision by management to terminate the Champong's contract was based on that reality.
Well, football is about results, yeah, and when the results are not coming, it becomes a bit untenable. What you would want any employee of a football club to do is to come in and get you the results that you want. Of course, we have our own set standards, but what we wanted was to be a lot higher up the table at this point, with just about four more matches to go. Like I said, unfortunately, the results did not come in as we wanted, and management felt very strongly that it was the right time to, if you like, part ways, and that's a decision that the club has arrived at.
Well, Kwame Jumoajiman also admits the club is in a difficult place, but he remains hopeful. He believes Legon City still have a shot at escaping relegation and says they'll take it one game at a time.
Well, at this point, it's a very tough battle. We're taking it one game at a time. We still have only 4 matches to go. It's technically a very difficult one because we are still 7 points away from the team that is above us in 16th position. We are in 17th position, and we have 25 points. The team above us have 32 points. So obviously, it's a big ask at this point. But it's still technically 12 points available, and if we get results in all the games and results may not go, the way of the other teams that we are competing with, then probably we stand a chance of surviving. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we're taking it one game at a time, and then we'll see what happens.
That was the communications director of Legon City's Kwame Jumoajiman. Let's head to the GOC, and the immediate past president of the committee, Ben Nunu Mensah, says he has followed due process to ensure a smooth transition to new president Richard Akpokavi. He believes this will ease the workload for the incoming administration. The handover was done yesterday at the GOC headquarters. Let's hear from Ben Nunu Mensah.
I think the Monday after the Saturday elections, I asked the Secretary General to send letters to the IOC, to send to Commonwealth Games Federation, and then also to Anoka. I followed up and took myself and added the new president to the Anoka president's platform. I took myself off, as well as the Commonwealth Games Federation platform of the president, and then took myself off as well, since I'm the admin for those platforms. So what has to be done internationally, or the messages or the information that has to go to all our international partners, I believe that has been done. If there are any others that are outstanding, I'm sure Mr. President will bring it to my attention. All the Secretary Generals is more in charge of the administrative and letters. I'm sure that will be done.
That was the outgoing president of the Ghana Olympic Committee, Benwinu Mensah. Staying with the GOC, and sports journalist Ben Willie Graham says newly elected President Richard Akpokavi is the right man for the job.
Richard Akpokavi comes in with a world of experience. Like I said, he's been a Secretary General before. He understands all these things. He's not a minnow or a novice when it comes to the Ghana Olympic Committee. He understands what the roles are and the responsibilities are. And I believe that with that relationship and the trust that federations have in him, most of the programs and plans will be put in place to have a smooth sailing representation for the Glasgow Commonwealth Games and LA 2028. So for me, whichever relationship there is, whichever seeming conflict that exists, I am sure he will be able to find a way to bridge the gap.
That was sports journalist Ben Willie Graham. Head to the Champions League now, and Jan Sommer, who claimed the Man of the Match award for a stellar performance in last night's thrilling 4-3 win over Barcelona, which ended 7-3 on aggregate, says it's a wonderful feeling. Let's hear from the Inter Milan shot stopper.
I'm really happy with the team, how we played this game, because it was tough, it was difficult. We had some really difficult situation in this game, but we keep on believing till the end, and in the end, yeah, we did a great job.
It's the best performance of your career, and I say for the day, for the opponent, for everything what has happened.
Yeah, of course, I'm really happy, because we knew, or I knew before the game, that there will be a lot of situations where we have to defend well. They have a lot of ideas to play. They chip behind the defending line. They're shooting. They're crossing a lot. It's difficult. It's tough to defend this team. Yeah, and then of course you have some situations to clear. And I'm really happy that it went like this.
That was Inter Milan goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick says while he's disappointed to be out of the competition, he's not disappointed in his team.
What happened is it's like a match, you know. It's also a really good team. They're a strong team. They defend well, but also they have really good striker. They keep the ball. The automatism of them, it's really good. But we make it in the second half. We make it really good. I think. For me, it's I don't want to speak a lot about the referee, but I think it's every 50-50 decision was for them, and this is, you know, we give everything, and at the end it's like that, and this is what makes me a little bit sad.
That was the head coach of Barcelona, Hansi Flick. And in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors took a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Timberwolves after a 99-88 victory. Steph Curry, however, limped out with a hamstring injury. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff is powered by Zonda GH, Politan Ghana, Shell Go Well, and Let's Go, Let's Improve Life. The City Breakfast Show with Bernard Avle continues.
There are some classy celebrations that calls for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra SP 020, made for premium. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Poly challenge we did.
is the best.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, we improve your life.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Here's how compound interest works. You earn interest on your savings, and next time, you earn interest on that interest too. It's like getting paid and then your payment gets paid. Over time, this builds serious wealth. So even if you start small, don't worry. Just be consistent. With time, your money will do the hard work. Petra is here to help your money make more money. Dial *447*70# to speak to a financial advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
LPG. I am from a jar and hotse. Nanso se ehubeti amawa agisa wudi edi dwuma yi. Ansa na wo beso wujano. Hwia na hwe se mframeja ho nka biara enje ho. Se wote mframeja ho pampana buebue apono ne mpoma no nyina eba ne saa a menso ana menum biara edi enyina mahoden eye adwuma. Dundum eja biara waso wo ho. Na frɛ onimdifo mano mmehwe mawo. Fa semina nsuogu mframeja tontruwa no ano. Se wuhu ehuro a natural se etue ampa. Ta ehwe se roban na etwe mframeja no hu ntue na ta isesa roban no acha preko mfie mienu biara echi. Hwe se abri biara wo be soja no wo bepa wo matches ansa na waso wo stove. Hwe se mframeja ne ho asode no adum abri biara wo mfendi dwuma biara. Nkratuo yi efri National Petroleum Authority aswe.
Dear Mom, especially on a Mother's Day, this awesome galaxy has got sons and daughters lining up with the greatest presents for all mothers. It's their season. Give Mom the day she deserves. Yes, there is awesome magic in the air. One for you, one for Mom, all from Galaxy. Enter any Samsung shop and grab your Samsung Galaxy S25 series, S24 FE, Z Fold 6 or Z Flip 6 and get a free phone for your mother this 5th May to 11th May. Yes, you heard it right. We call it one for you, one for Mom, all from Galaxy. The one for Mom is actually free. Don't be left out. It's a 6-day promo. This promo runs from 5th May to 11th May. Terms and conditions apply. One for you, one for Mom, all from Galaxy.
Did you know that worms take away nutrients from the food you eat? Just listen to them.
Brothers, yesterday the food nice, huh?
Oh yeah. The choba woman there, she did try wa.
Charlie, something come on. Eat the food.
It did taste like banana.
Make a taste some. Make me try a taste. Make a taste. Hey, something is doing me.
Something is doing me too.
Oh, it be Vermox.
Vermox banana flavored dewormer is available in both suspension and tablet and is suitable for children and adults. It's good for you, bad for worms. Not recommended for children under 2 years and pregnant women. This advert is FDA approved.
Day and night, power your life. Steady lights, not a future brighter. Pay small, start today. Find your comfort, the translate way. Doom so now it's thing of the past. Strong solar power built to last. Clean and green for a low price. Don't waste your time, call Translite. The bill go drop when the sun go rise. No more darkness, everybody shine. No wahala, no more stress. Brand new solar, only the best. Charlie, start today. Have your freedom, the Translite way. Feel the power in every ray. Fresh energy, the Translite way. With Translite Solar FlexiPay, you can get a complete solar power system for as low as 49,000 Ghana cedis.
Call us today at 050-424-9229 or 020-654-2454.
Translite Solar. Translite Solar.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
And the group is called ABBA, with a beautiful song, Knowing Me, Knowing You, 7:38. And we're going to use this song to wish a few people a happy birthday. Caleb, can you help me?
Good morning, bossman. Today is the birthday of my father, Mr. Daniel Akotia of Lugba Tota.
Thank you.
He is 85 years. Please wish him happy birthday from his wife, Lucy, the children, grand and great-grandchildren. Wishing him good health and more years. Akbakaka, you didn't add your name though, but I'm sure you know who this is coming from. Daniel Akotia.
Wonderful.
Someone is wishing his dad, Daniel Akotia of Lugba Tota. Okay, so someone from National Service. Okay, this is a complaint. Happy birthday to Seyena. Oh, Seyena. Apologies. Oh, quick. Seyena Kudoto of the Bank of Ghana. Wishing her good health and prosperity from your husband, Mozambique Kudoto. Your children, Kek and Kirsten. Okay. Now, precious.
This one is from the Kudoto family.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And his name is Mozambique.
Yeah. Because there's Egypt.
I'm sure there's Mali too.
They were named after countries.
Yes.
They were named after countries.
Mozambique. Right. So Precious Kunkra of Zenith Bank is also celebrating her birthday today. Precious, happy birthday to you. Kindly wish my beloved wife, Lady Anne Boache, a happy 40th birthday. We love her and she's the best mother and wife ever. May Bones Rock, you say, and this is from her husband, N.Y. Boache, and the boys, Mylan, Sean, and Eden, M&S Eden. Okay.
And this one says, on this special day, I want you to know just how deeply and loved you are.
Right.
And you are more than just my husband. You are my best friend, my confidant, and the calm in every single storm we see. Life with you has been a beautiful journey, and I thank God every day for blessing me with a man as kind, strong, and loving as you are. May this new chapter bring you joy beyond measure, good health, and everything your heart desires. I'll always be by your side, loving you more with each passing day. With love, Ikea Mills. It's going out to James Mills.
Right.
James Mills, Charlie bro, you be big man.
Yeah,
They're celebrating. Today you for do something.
You understand?
You for do something.
If for perform.
For perform.
Yes.
This one is specific performance.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That one I'm not sure.
Specific performance.
I'm not sure. But Agbenyo Abednego says, please wish my Asafo Mame Grace Bueche of PIWC Kaneshi a happy birthday from me. This is Elder Agbenyo Abednego wishing Asafo Mame Grace Bueche a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Alfred Nilomo Abe of Dabi Martin Accra. And I also want to wish my good friend Pauline Ofebia and son, a lawyer with Kusi Apia and Associates, a happy birthday today. Coming in from myself and the team. You know the gang already, Jude and all the other people in the group. Pauline Ofebia and son, happy birthday to you. This is another one from ABBA.
Yeah, man.
A Swedish group formed in Stockholm in 1972. One of the most popular and successful musical groups of all time. And one of the best-selling music acts in the history of popular music. They won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1974. Yeah. This one is called Dancing Queen.
Yes, sir.
But let me just add this one quickly. And it says, please say a blessed birthday to Theo Ofe of Zenith Bank and the Victory Presby Church. It's coming in from Ni.A, who is saying that you are a wonderful, wonderful one. So enjoy the day and get a lot more blessings that you can actually handle.
Yes.
The group sold between 150 and 385 million records. And their group was ranked the third best-selling single artist in the UK, with a total of almost 12 million singles sold by November 2012. And they were the first group from a non-English speaking country to achieve consistent success in the charts of English-speaking countries like UK, Australia, United States, Ireland, Canada, New Zealand, and South Africa. So this is Dancing Queen. Yeah. And what a great song to remind you of a scripture for Mama.
Yep.
As we celebrate Mother's Day this May, choose a scripture that illustrates the inspirational role your mother played in your life. Then, in a maximum of 100 words, tell us why you chose it. Send your scripture to 0549 986 996 with the hashtag A Scripture for Mama. Include her name and details. The most touching stories will be shared live on Branch in the City and the Traffic Avenue, and Mama could win a beautiful gift from us. It's brought to you by 97.3 Citi FM, and support from Channel 1 TV. Proudly sponsored by GTP, Verve de Venet,
yes, sir,
and FVV.
Yeah,
you know, I like the three sponsors. GTP is clothing you, Verve de Venet is giving you some wine to just make your day better, and FVV food to give you rice and chicken.
Come on.
Grown here in Ghana. As they say, FVV foods, FVV into. In fact, I want to give them my own tagline.
Yes.
Right? FVV into.
Yeah,
Yes.
No, but Bernard, let me say thank you to the person who provided the chicken yesterday.
Oh, you tried it, eh?
I have appropriated my own, you know, so
yeah.
I will come and, you know, bring the bill to Parliament.
For you know,
what did you prepare with it?
I say appropriate, it means preservation.
No, to do. Don't mind this boy. You go and give it to his sister to prepare soup for him and
live soup.
That's what he does. He will drive to his sister's house and go and give the chicken to her that do the tea for me, then you can't drink.
You see, I'm sharing so my nieces will get something to eat.
No, make sure that they put citrus.
So his sister will cook for him and give him to eat.
That's it.
Why are you
so that's his problem. You understand that?
I know you understand that.
What it means is that if you're a bachelor and you shout, people don't move to help you like that because there are two things involved. Either your beard is burning or your elbow has poured in the fire.
because bachelors cannot live on their own. No, I like it. So either your beard is on fire.
Whenever you hear a shouting, no, you should be hesitate. You should hesitate.
So as a bachelor.
Yeah, that's right.
No, so repeat it for me to hear. And to it, a bachelor, when a bachelor shouts for help.
Yes, you don't move with alacrity to help because there are two things involved. Either his head is on fire.
Oh, Charlie.
Because he is cooking something.
Oh, Charlie.
Or that the water that he's using to prepare the last water.
Enter fire.
Oh Lord. All right, so today I'm going to do consumer feedback on two issues, ECG and also I got a very troubling letter from a civilian in the armed forces who's complaining about so many things, and he says, Charlie, we have to read the thing on air. So I'm going to deal with that shortly. Let me do a couple of announcements, then I'll play another ABBA.
Right.
So we played Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Yes, sir.
And then we played Dancing Queen, which is my favorite. But I want listeners to tell me which one I should play.
Okay.
Because ABBA has another. I mean, okay, I don't know if you heard any of the other songs. You know Chiquitita?
Yeah, man.
Chiquitita, you when I cry.
I know that sound.
You know, the voice is just unique, you know. Charlie, drop it for me. Drop it for me.
Members are loving it.
Loving it, yeah.
Come on.
Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong. You're enchained by your own sorrow. In your eyes, there is no hope for tomorrow. How I hate to see you like this. There is no way you can deny it. I can see that you're all so sad, so quiet. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. I'm a shoulder you can cry on. Your best friend see you broken and feathered. We can hash it out together. Chiquitita, you and I know how the hornets come and they go and the stars they're leaving. You'll be dancing once again and the pain will end. You will have no time for breathing. Chiquitita, you and I cry, but the sun is still in the sky and shining above you. Let me hear you sing once more like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. Try once more.
Oh my God.
like you did.
Maybe I should just convert the show into a branch in the city. But do you know that there were two married couples?
Oh.
Yeah, two married couples. Of course, as their success grew, the marriages suffered. And the group initially disbanded in 1982. But they came back together in 2016 and reproduced some very great songs. As for me, it's the harmonization that kills me. Two things happening later today to tell you about. 3 o'clock, we're doing a 120-day review of Mohammed's presidency, and it's live on Channel 1 television, featuring 6 thematic areas, including the economy, trade and business, anti-corruption and good governance, agriculture, education, and youth development and inclusion. Speakers include Kofi Asare, Africa Education Watch, Mary Ada, Executive Director of the Transparency International Ghana, Professor Roger Canton, who is a research scientist, Professor Jepoma Jekedaku, Associate Professor, University of Ghana Business School, Michael Koto, Managing Partner of Confidence, and Vera Ado of the CDD. And then later on, the president will be addressing the nation at 8:30 p.m. on his 120 days. So those are two things to watch out for on the 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 dial. If you're looking for a faster, smarter, and more secure way to manage your finances, look no further. With award-winning First Atlantic Bank mobile and internet banking solutions, banking is now easier, faster, and more convenient. Join the Purple Bank today and experience the Purple experience, or feel the Purple experience, I should say, where convenience meets innovation. First Atlantic Bank, 2 times Digital Bank of the Year in a row. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. Now, this information from Jacora is really on the importance of a circular economy.
Yep.
Solid waste segregation at the source of generation is the prerequisite for quality feedstock to engender commercial viability of recycled products. Now, this happens when consumers get value for money products. Conventional haulage costs will be reduced drastically by close to 60%. Landfills will also be reduced in cost because of diversion of integrated solid waste. We can even produce things like organic fertilizer if we use this approach. Waste collection companies also make much more money, more people employed, and everybody is happy. So let's support the circular economy. This advert is brought to you by Jacora Ventures. And as you get ready for the day, here's a quick question. How much has ECG taken from your wallet since January? I'm sure it's quite a bit of money. Let's not even talk about this lights that go off and on. Now, to hedge against all this, get Translight Solar today and save up to 70% of your ECG bill. Enjoy clean and reliable energy without breaking the bank. Here's the best part. You don't need to pay the full cost up front. Translight Solar is offering an opportunity to own a complete solar system by paying just 30 to 50% of the cost and spreading the rest over a 12 to 36 month period with a flexible monthly payment as low as 1,200 cedis. Get in touch now for early bird deals. Visit our website www.translightsolar.com or call 050-424-9229. So Translight Solar, wherever there is sunlight, there is Translight.
But the sun is still in the sky and shining above you.
You know, some of the best things in our world started in the 1970s, before all of us were born. Yeah, so this group was formed in the 70s, and their music has lived for over 50 years. Yeah. Formed in 1972, so they are the group. Of course, they broke up, but if you think about it, they are 53 years old. 53-year-old group. Transform your living room and bedroom into a sanctuary with our stunning selection of sofas and couches, dresses, dining sets, center tables, and a wide range of beds and mattresses from Ash Foam. This season, shop and save up to 30% discount and discover the perfect blend of style, comfort, and affordability at Ash Foam's exclusive furniture promotion. Call Ash Foam on 0243 200 729. We have a limited one-time offer with a mega discount promo of up to 30% on selected products. Call 055 902 7907. Be an Ash Foamer now. Do you know this one?
Okay.
I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. So you see, you know the song, but you didn't know that. Yeah, that's the thing. You know the song.
If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels, when I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the street. I have a dream, I have a dream, a fantasy to help me through reality, and my destination makes it worth the while, pushing through the darkness, still another mile. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels, when I know the time is right for me, I cross the street.
Oh, yes. This is a beautiful one. 2 minutes to 8. We'll bring you tech and social media trends shortly, but we understand the unique journey of women in business, from juggling multiple responsibilities to navigating financial complexities and societal expectations. Your resilience and vision inspire us. That's why we've created the She Business account tailored to empower visionary women leaders like you. With collateral-free loans of up to 2 million cedis, insurance coverage, discounted loan interest rates, and capacity-building programs, the She Business account is the banking solution for you. Visit the nearest ABSA branch or call 0302 429 150. If you're looking for a delicious snack for both kids and adults, try the Bell Moo flavored drink. Bell Moo comes in chocolate and sweet strawberry flavors, perfect for any time of the day, for your lunch boxes, after school snacks, or quick pick me ups. Call 0544 335 900. Bell Moo is maliciously delicious. Don't know if I should play Fernando or I should play Money.
Or slipping through my fingers.
Which one should I play? You like the money one?
That's the one I want.
You want money? Okay. Yeah, let's play money. It must be funny. All right, we'll bring the tech and social media trends, and then we'll bring you two big consumer feedback issues. People are complaining about some meter power issues and some other complaints from different places. But this one is what? And happy birthday to you, Selena Abena Mensa of Noguchi Memorial Institute. May your birthday bring you endless happiness and unforgettable memories. PSCA, we love you and pray for good health, God's favor, and more successful years to come. From Mommy, Daddy, Sompa, and Nyamiye. Also wishing Eno Safo.
Yeah, man.
Cities Eno. Channel 1's Eno Safo.
The way Sky is saying it is something.
Sky, you're not mentioning what. It's Eno.
It's not a
Eno. Eno Safo, one of the best readers. Oh my God! Like Eno is just amazing. She just has this aura, of dignity, of calmness.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, this year,
and Charlie, she reads so well. The English is Charlie. No. If English were jollof, we eat it. So Eno, enjoy this one from Abba.
Hello, Charlie, just enjoy yourself. Today, fufu for you.
My senior woman, so salute.
Oh yeah, Eno is solid.
No, powerful woman.
Eno Safo, part of the strong array of male bonds that Channel 1 and Citi has produced and continues to produce.
I say you've promised us something.
No. We are waiting for the MD to do the necessary. They must do the needful.
Coach Nimley, I said you promised us something.
No. What I said was that, if Arsenal wins, my MD is in a good mood. And if he's in a good mood, he does things. So just pray for Arsenal tonight.
You promised something about the Liverpool one.
Yeah. So you see, we are celebrating our birthdays on 20th, myself and Sky. Liverpool will be crowned champions probably 21st or 22nd. That will be the last day of the week. So we don't know. Maybe Samens will let the Lord speak to him.
It is possible.
And he will decide that we will do a party for the staff.
Party after party.
So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it's time for tech and social media trends. And it's brought to us
by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is introducing the all-new First mobile app from First Bank Ghana. Experience the convenience of banking from your palm everywhere in the world. We have designed some exciting features available for you. Airtime and data purchase, account to Momo transfer, interbank and intrabank transfer, account opening, bill payment to Netflix, iTunes, fingerprint and face ID authentication or logging into the app, statement downloads in PDF, scheduled payments, biometric authentication for transactions, auto receipt generation for past transactions. All these for you. Just visit the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, download the First mobile app and bank with ease like never before. For more information, 0596 921 921. First Solutions at firstbankgroup.com is the email. First Bank, you first.
And so we bring in Susu to tell us what's trending. Welcome again.
Thank you. So, of course, the most obvious, the match, the tie of the
best match I've watched in a long time.
Been, I was saying that usually when you get Champions League semi-final, maybe one leg is good and the other leg is, but they gave us two back-to-backs. Very
two blockbusters.
Yeah, so of course, look. An amazing.
This is what football was made for.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Why couldn't they have locked the defense after going ahead?
Which people?
But
what are you saying? But some people too wanted Inter Milan to win.
I wanted Inter Milan to win.
That's why sometimes you believe in Jose Mourinho's strategy.
No, but Inter played well too. Yeah, the game was in segments.
Yeah, but in the 80th minute, right?
They actually scored in the 83rd.
83rd minute.
And then this boy equalized in the 92nd.
But look.
It was heartbreaking, really.
Look, it was crazy because Barca, despite all the attacking dominance, they only led for 6 minutes in the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So it was, and Inter have only been behind for about 20 minutes in the whole Champions League this season. So they are a very serious team.
Yeah.
But look, it was a great match, very interesting match. Look, Jan Sommer was one of the best performances I've seen for him.
For $6 million.
Yeah, he came to replace Onana. Because what happened was that, so he was at Mönchengladbach. Okay. His contract was expiring. And Neuer got injured. So Bayern bought him
to fill that gap.
For a few months. So once Neuer came back, he was not going to be number one. And he didn't want to be number two. Correct. So he was available for a very low price, which is why Inter were able to buy him for $5 million and come. So
and he's probably going to win a Champions League for them.
He's been Switzerland. He's been Switzerland number one for a while. So he's always been decent. This is a fairly well-respected keeper, but I think this move to Inter has really increased his profile and stuff. So Inter Madrid was trending, So.
Why Inter Madrid?
Yeah, because the Madrid fans, they are doing against. So they've done, they've united.
You should learn to live above reproach.
Yeah, they've united. So look, it was just all the trends about the match. Great match. I wanted Inter Milan to win because I didn't want anyone to win a treble this season.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so,
that's a good one.
Because they're already out of the Italian Cup, you know. So
then maybe Arsenal too can win because Arsenal too will not win anything else.
Yeah, I don't want. So if Arsenal win, even better because I don't want anyone to win a treble. Right now, PSG are on course for a treble, so they won the league.
So you are doing negative support.
Yeah, I don't. A treble is sacred. If it becomes AC Milan,
that explains.
So no, but if I support AC Milan, I should have wanted Inter Milan to lose.
You're a bundle of contradictions.
But you see, I prefer for them to lose in the final than the semi-final. It's more painful that way. So if they have to lose, yeah. So
cool.
Yes. So a little bit of sports again. So Steph Curry is in the trends.
Why?
He got injured in his second round game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Golden State Warriors are playing the Timberwolves in their Western Conference semi-finals matchup. So in game one, he only played 13 minutes because he's suffered a hamstring strain and it's looking like he might miss the rest of the series, which is a big blow to the Warriors. Very, very, very sad one. And GTA 6, or should I say GTA VI? Yeah, GTA VI or GTA 6. So GTA is a video game, you know, stands for Grand Theft Auto. It's about, you know, doing criminal stuff, you know, going around. And it's one of the most popular anticipated games. And they dropped a trailer announcing that the game will be coming next year. So everyone is talking about GTA 6 people are very excited. The trailer looked amazing.
Okay, so it's trending.
Oh yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah,
wonderful.
And then the Honorable Afenio Markin is also trending, of course, because there's been more developments in his kind of
police guy.
Exactly. He has waived his parliamentary immunity, so we are going to see how that turns out for sure. So very interesting case. We are just looking at it and that kind of stuff. So yeah, and just for the GTA, just to talk about the power of the game, 58 million views in 18 hours.
58
million views in 18 hours. That should just tell you how
there's a large gaming community.
Oh, me like this. When they bring their pre-order, I'll pre-order.
Hey, you have time.
Yeah, I'll pre-order.
I have to give you more work.
Hey, don't do that. I also need to relax.
You'll be like, you have a lot of time.
I also need
so I need to increase your workload.
I need to relax. India is also in the trends. So India is also in the trend.
India, Pakistan.
Pakistan. I mean, I don't know what's happening.
So India has claimed they've launched attacks on terrorist or extremist sites in Pakistan, and Pakistan also claiming that they've shot down 3 or 5 Indian fighter jets. So it looks like this conflict has escalated into open warfare.
You know these conflicts, Russia, Ukraine, India, Pakistan, they are like 2 countries that can never get along. You know, I never really get it. So this is not over Kashmir.
No, it is. There was a terrorist attack in Kashmir.
Oh Lord.
And the Indian government said that the Pakistani government had allowed it to happen more or less.
Meanwhile, they used to be one country.
Yes.
It's essentially one country divided into 2.
Yeah, and then so then the Indian government responded to this terrorist attacks because the Pakistanis said obviously we didn't do it. So the Indian government responded by shutting down a dam or something like that, restricting water access to Pakistan. So Pakistan said if you are closing our water, it means that we'll starve because we need this water for agriculture. And it's just kept escalating and now we are here.
It's come to a head.
And it was launched during the match, so a lot of people were not aware.
When the football
we're all busy watching Fratesi and co. So,
and then there was a football
and then boom, things happen. So yeah, very interesting one.
And then also, Bernard, there was a story that circulated widely yesterday. Banks sacking 155 or so, you know, employees for theft.
In this country?
Yeah, in this country. And,
155
a lot of people
employees for theft.
Yeah, for theft. You know, it's.
Hey, bank employees, why are they not paying you well? Because I know there was even a report that there were 365 incidents of bank fraud occasioned by bank staff last year.
Exactly.
So every day somebody's stealing somebody's thing.
I feel like they are the ones, because I feel like sometimes because you're in a bank, maybe the amounts you are seeing is that the numbers on the screen are too big.
Why somebody's money?
But the numbers on the screen, like Bernard, you said it before, money is very tempting. So
there's somebody's money, then you are stealing it.
Some way.
So 155 people were sacked.
Exactly.
For internal.
Yeah, out of 365 found to have engaged in fraudulent activities.
Look at that.
Yeah. And the last one is the DVA Adentan office. So the president is going to launch or commission, let me say, the DVLA Adentan office. So that's that area is where
the electricity.
So today, so not to divert. So there was a story that ECG had deployed more transformers to boost power supply at Chado. The Herald was not happy. They said, whilst they are doing that for Chado, they in a celebratory and adventure, they are just having doom so on and off.
So they've got them DVLA.
Charlie, so that
the DVLA there, so they'll go and sit inside the AC when they are hot. Is that what they are saying?
Well,
no, I'm just linking it. It's not even a link. It's not linked.
Yeah, but last week I went to the Prestige Center.
DVLA.
Yeah, that's right. To do some replacement there. Fantastic.
How was it?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it was seamless process.
Imagine if the passport was also like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
they are saying.
says.
Yeah, they are working,
and I hope that it works like that.
Yeah.
Within 24 hours, in some cases, you should have your. I mean, I went there. They raised my details. They said, I needed to retake my fingerprints.
Yeah.
So I went to.
How long did you spend there?
Oh, within about 2 hours, I was done.
Oh, wow. Did they give you tea?
Yes. No. They give what do you call it? Toffee. There was toffee, but there was.
The first day I went to the president, they said they had tea.
Yeah, they had tea. But now the numbers are people are.
But did you go for premium? I thought that the tea is only with the premium.
No,
Yeah,
the premium
he went for
I
premium.
didn't ask for it though, but
But was there tea?
No, I didn't ask for tea.
No, but
if you had asked, they would have given you.
That's the point. Until you ask, you are not.
But we're asking because sometimes you might see the tea bag there.
No, you don't
and maybe
see.
you see like the hot water.
So you don't see.
Oh, they had very decent toffee.
Was other people drinking the tea?
No, people were eating. They were chewing the toffee.
So it was just toffee. This one is not premium. This one is not premium.
No,
Premium and there's no tea.
The people they should bring it to you.
When you go in and then you take you do the processing payments and all of that, then they take you into this room where they do the eye test.
Ophthalmologists
Exactly.
do that.
Some decent gentleman is there also.
Solid
doctor
guy.
Attends to you.
Yeah.
Gives
Are you sure it's not because you are richest guy?
No. I saw other people treated
Going
like
through the
that.
same thing.
No, it wasn't as though I was given. Of course. I mean, you get those privileged treatments every now and then.
Yeah.
But
Esquire.
They dealt with everybody
Esquire one.
the same way, and my heart goes out. I doff my hat off.
But I'll say that the premium. I'm not impressed. If there's no tea, I'm not impressed.
No,
Especially with biscuits.
Tea and biscuits. just the last one, the tech news.
Yeah.
So DoorDash. So DoorDash is similar to both food that we have here. And what's that? We had Glovo. They are buying Deliveroo. So Deliveroo is like a UK company, which kind of delivers food on demand, that kind of thing. So DoorDash is an American company, and they are buying Deliveroo for $3.9 billion.
And this is all UK, US market.
Yes, so they are kind of expand. So DoorDash are basically consolidating the market, and it looks like so they are competing with Uber Eats. So they are consolidating the market. So
which is the biggest in Ghana?
I would say I think the only one is Bolt Food.
Or
am I mistaken?
The guys are on motorbikes.
Yeah, because before we used to have Glovo, but it didn't last. I think they've left.
I'm surprised Glovo didn't last because it's such a, at least for the
and they had shopping and other things. They didn't have just food.
But why didn't they succeed?
Ghanaian market is complex.
I think that's the answer. Because I thought
very
like
good
there's
answer.
a lot of middle class people who want, who actually would like to buy and get it delivered to their office.
But I think the economic downturn
At the time
made it very difficult because if you are buying food, because everything is going up. Imagine you are buying food for, and we see it. I think a good example is KFC. KFC used to have a streetwise 3 or streetwise 2 meal. It goes from like 30 cedis, 40 cedis, something that's not too crazy, to like 80 cedis, 90. It will disincentivize because
so even though the need for delivery food is there, the price of the
price
food
goes up. So someone thinks to themselves, let me just go and pack my lunch in my house rather than pay my 80 cedis. Because if you are from paying 40 or 30, even the price of papaya has gone up. So even if you want to say, let me just go to a papaya, because papaya, they are in plenty places. Let me quickly drive to one. And the price of everything has gone up. Because when I was doing my national service, they had like a 2-piece chicken pack. It was like 19 cedis.
The small one. I think now it's 30 something.
Exactly. So if you are paying, I think that's even the one chicken. The 2 chicken is like 50 or something.
The small one.
You see, they had 1 chicken, 2 chicken, and 3 chicken. So I used to buy the 2 chicken when I was doing my national service. That was 2020, 2021, 19 cedis. So I could just drive quickly to Awudome, buy my
19 cedis will get you Auntie Adole.
Exactly. If
What?
you go to
Adole.
You won't get 19.
Today.
I don't go reach.
I'm sorry.
Even 19 will reach Auntie Adole.
But you can get, Bobokla Gali at not far from
after your Kagari, they are 19 cedis.
But you get what I'm saying. You've gone from being able to buy some papaya, rice, and chicken, 2 pieces of chicken for 19 cedis.
So you're saying that the cost of food has sort of.
And remember,
the
we've also
dynamic
talked
for
about
these
food
delivery
inflation being one of the main drivers of inflation. So I think that getting food delivered to you when food is just going up it makes less sense.
So you just
and
buy
fuel
from
prices
your
are
local
also going up. So the delivery drivers are taking more. So everybody
but the fuel prices have been stable for a while, though.
But it went. It
You're
shot
talking
up.
about relative to 2022.
Yeah, I'm just talking about from 2020 because I used to use a lot of these things more regularly, but it reached a point. It just didn't make economic sense.
A lot of people's budgets go into food.
Yeah, but also what I can advise is that if you can, there are ladies, there are men who do cooking and sell in bulk. Like, so maybe you want
soups, stews.
Yeah, that's right. You can store. Sometimes they divide it into small bowls, which you can go and store in your fridge. Every morning you get up, you heat it, and then you take it to work.
The work is the issue.
The issue is the time to do those things.
No, it's about you wake up, whilst you are getting ready, brushing your teeth, you go and put it in the microwave, heat it up. By the time you finish,
let it defrost.
So it works. And then Bernard, it's important because I know many of the young ones are struggling to buy food these days, and I feel the pain.
I live at home, so don't worry about me.
So we need to work on that.
Thank you for feeling for us.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adapted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want them. That *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talents, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
He dribbles one, two defenders, shoots, goal!
Wait, you captured that moment?
Of course. With my new HMD phone's AI dual camera, I never miss the perfect shot.
HMD, the official mobile partner of FC Barcelona?
Yeah, bro. It's now available in Ghana.
Europe's largest phone maker brings you the HMD Arc and Aura 2 phones. With its 3-day battery life, you can do the things you want to do without rushing out to get your charger. HMD, makers of Nokia phones.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So rapping all, we'll take the pain away. Rapping all,
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Ganex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
At Phoenix Insurance, we make the unpredictable predictable and the uncertain certain with our range of products, including motor insurance, fire insurance, engineering insurance, marine insurance, accident insurances, and all types of bonds. We have you covered. We also support you with risk management advice to enable you stay focused on your business. Take a policy with Phoenix Insurance today. We help you rise from adversity stronger and more secure. Contact us on 0302 246319 or 0302 246644. Phoenix Insurance, a delightful service experience delivered with wisdom.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef, 17 years old.
This Mother's Day on 97.3 Citi FM, we invite you to honor the woman who gave you everything with words that mean everything. Choose a scripture that illustrates the inspirational role which your mother has played in your life. Then, in a maximum of 100 words, tell us why you chose it. Send your scripture to 0549 986 996 with the hashtag #ScriptureForMama. Include your name, location, and full contact details. Mama's name, Mama's location, and phone number. The most touching entries will be shared live on Branch in the City and Traffic Avenue on 97.3 Citi FM. And Mama could win a beautiful gift from us. Let your sacred words rise in honor of the woman who molded you. A Scripture for Mama. This Mother's Day only on 97.3 Citi FM.
A Scripture for Mama promotion is powered by 97.3 Citi FM with support from Channel 1 TV and proudly sponsored by GTP, Verve Duvernay, and Evivi Foods.
Dear mama. Dear mama.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
24 minutes past 8. Experience the thrill of easy banking with Zenith Bank this season. Enjoy 24-hour access to our secure digital banking channels from the comfort of your home, office, or wherever you are. Make quick and easy payments with your Zenith MasterCard, Visa, or Easy Pay GH Dual Card. Or simply use the Z Mobile Ghana app, Zenith Internet Banking, or dial *966# to manage your account, buy more data bundles and airtime. For a full bouquet of Zenith Bank's digital banking channels, visit zenithbank.com.gh or call 054 2000 111. So, Caleb, what is this gentleman's complaint
So he
about?
says, please help. This week makes 7 weeks since many residents within a section under one of the several transformers within the Akotoshi #1 enclave of Ajen Kotoku here in Accra have been sleeping in darkness without any clear solution in sight by the ECG. This is due to the smart meters' inability to accept very bad voltage into houses, especially the Longi meters, except for a few houses with postpaid meters and other meters that have their lights and sometimes fans on most of the time. Others have also taken issues into their own hands and bypassed the meters to at least power their bulbs and fans.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Others have done what? Taking issue into their own hands.
Yes.
And they have bypassed the meter.
Yes. To at least power their bulbs and fans.
That's illegal.
The quality street lights are also usually on, and the substandard street lights are all spot or almost gone due to 7 weeks of terribly low voltage and a few times very high voltage. Now, the sad part is that ECG area officers have strategized to keep reporting to the complaint center every morning that they have solved the problem anytime we complain, especially in the evening when we return from work.
You mean they deliberately misinform the call center that the problem has been solved, so that when you call, it's logged as a new complaint. So maybe you call and say you have a problem. The call center will say, from our records, the problem has been solved. Meanwhile, it's not been solved.
So the next complaint in the evening from residents will be considered as a new problem.
That's the way
and
it's
not
going.
as ECG officers being irresponsible and not attending to their responsibilities.
That's the issue.
I don't know what kind of reporting and analysis is done at the ECG call center, since I am sure this problem is the most reported in the past 6 weeks and escalated at different levels at the complaint center. We always have stable light until when, there are always stable light until some new connections. There has always been stable light until some new connections were made to a new water factory in the area 7 weeks ago. It is sad to watch about 80% of our area with light and just about 20% sleeping in darkness all night and unable to use our gadgets with energy paid for on your meter without any responsible customer service inside. Bernard, please help.
So I think I get it.
Yeah. So he continues to say, I have tried everything legal to solve this problem without success, and at the point of considering illegal approaches to the problem.
Please don't do illegal.
None of the affected houses have had more than 30 hours of light in the past 7 weeks.
So I think I get what's going on. That water factory has changed the load configuration for the area, and therefore some of them are getting either spikes or very low current, and it's made things difficult. And it seems like because some of the people in the area are okay, they are not treating, the authorities are not treating this thing like a major problem. You get it? Because he says this water company that was started in the residential area is sort of led to this. I want to appeal to Mr. Aiku. He listens to this program. He's the head of communication at ECG. He will usually ask me for the phone number of the sender, and then he will follow up. So Mr. Aiku, you've performed last week. Last week you performed 2 miracles for me. You dealt with 2 very critical cases. There was a fire on an electric pole at Maya Hot, which had been burning and had not been solved for a while. He went to deal with it. Then there was another one which I forget about. Some guy had a problem, I think, again in the same area. Some guy had a challenge with their, I forget what it was, but he called and they went to deal with it, a transformer. All right. Now, we wanted just to add something to it. So it looks like there are different levels of complaints. The Herald this morning has a very interesting story.
Yeah.
So, ECG sent
it's on page 4.
So ECG did something good, but the Herald is not happy. So if you can read it for me.
So the story is on page 4 of the Herald. ECG deploys mobile transformer to boost power supply in Chado. So that's the headline. But the details are the ones that are troubling. Now, as part of ongoing efforts to improve power reliability in the Chado area of the Greater Accra region, home to many of Ghana's elite, the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, has selectively deployed a mobile transformer to enhance electricity supply and ease pressure on the existing infrastructure. Now, the mobile transformer, with a capacity of 20/26 megavolt amperes and operating at 33/11 kilovolts, has been temporarily installed in Chado, where several of the country's key decision makers, including the president of the country, I'm adding that, to offload part of the burden from the overstretched La primary substation. Now, in stark contrast, ECG has continued to ignore repeated appeals from residents of the lakeside communities near Ashaleboche in the Adenta municipality. Now, these residents suffer from persistent low voltage, frequent power outages, and damage to household appliances due to an unreliable electricity supply. Now, the installation process began early on Monday with the unit transported to the Bema Hill site at approximately 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Now, speaking ahead of the installation engineer, Emmanuel Kwamiado, maintenance manager at the ECG substation, transmission station in Accra, said the move is temporary but necessary as the primary substation is currently operating above 100% capacity. Wow. Now, ideally, a transformer should carry a load of around 70%. What we now have is a transformer running beyond its safe limit, he explained. Now, this mobile unit will allow us to transfer some of the load from the primary substation and create room to upgrade the existing transformer to meet the growing demand.
Okay.
Now, the Chado community, a fast-developing enclave known for its upscale residential and commercial developments, has faced increasing challenges with power stability due to rising energy consumption.
Good.
Engineer Ado also urged residents to support ECG's efforts by conserving electricity where possible. Then he goes on to talk about the mobile transformer was previously stationed at Agboba. So they had moved it, where it helped stabilize the supply before being decommissioned and relocated to Chado.
It was decommissioned.
Yeah, so the suspicion is that because big shots live in the area. No, that's what I'm...
Okay, let's put it this way. Even if Big Shop lives there, I'm sure ECG, because of their own demand management, also know that those people may be consuming more power and therefore probably paying more. Do you understand? Because I remember there was a day we interviewed Mr. Mahama, the former ECG boss, who said that in that Chado area, people had elevators in their homes. And that the
elevators?
Yes, he said some of the houses in Airport Hills and Chado, those chain homes and things. Some of the houses had, he said it on air, that some of the people, their houses have elevators and things. So the level of power they consume is much higher. So which means they are paying more for power. So maybe it's a lucrative area for them.
No,
it's a business.
Yeah, it may well be.
It's a business,
it may
right?
Well be,
so if they are sending a mobile transformer which has been decommissioned to help balance the load, I don't think the story should be done from the basis of because they are doing it for these people, it means they are doing it for big men.
But I think there's a legitimate concern there because really, I mean, if we all know the president lives in that area, and there are many other big shots in this government who live in that enclave.
Yes,
many of them. Cabinet ministers
and previous government.
Yeah, chief executive.
A lot of big men live there.
They live there.
Yes.
So you would expect that ideally they should be feeling the impact of the problem. You understand?
But this is not
that
they do problem. You don't get it. See, Sky. This is a demand management problem.
Permit me, please. Permit me. Adenta is not some small space.
Yeah.
Adenta is easily one of the biggest communities you find in the whole of the Greater Accra region. And when we did the election, mapping,
but what I'm asking is that do we know if it's the same problem Adenta is facing that Chado is facing?
So the man said that they had exceeded 100% capacity
at the Chado place.
Exactly.
Good.
So that is one problem.
Yes.
These guys are saying that they have low power.
Yeah, but we don't know the basis for the low
outages.
Yeah.
Low current will be as a result of what?
Maybe the transformers are overburdened and things.
So they almost the same problem. So how do you deal with that? You need to go there, do an audit of the problem they have, and fix it. Bernard, the reason I'm saying
who determines what goes where?
Of course, ministerial directives sometimes intervene and determine what happens at what level. I'm saying this because I have some idea what big shots do to get people in positions like this to do things about their problem.
No problem.
I am saying that the people who voted for people to come to power have got to feel the problems that they have been brought in to fix. If they cannot feel the problems, then what you have is people in Adenta will not have their problems dealt with. Yet the people who live in the poshest parts of Accra will have their issues dealt with.
Let me read another one since we are on ECG this morning. Hello, Bernard and team. So ECG decided to change meters in our homes last year at Nungwa 5,000. There's this particular compound house that they left one room without a meter. The owner of the room is using light without a meter, and he's been doing that since last year. They gave him direct connection without a meter. This is really bad. Others are paying for light, yet some get it for free, and they were by ECG contractors. So you don't mention the name of the house, give us the house number, and then we'll check it out. Because if this is happening, then obviously the ECG area office in Nungwa needs to answer a question.
Now let me just mention though that in some of these cases, they give you flat rate. So for instance, if you have a legitimate problem, and they come and they access it, and they do know that, this matter will take some time to deal with, then they can do proper connection for you.
Okay.
Without using the meter.
Fair enough.
But they will
charge you a flat rate. That's true. That's correct. A couple more have come in. Let me just add them so that we see. Good morning, team. This ECG stealing, I think, it calls for a national discussion. Anytime I buy credit of 300 cedis, almost 30 cedis is gone. Meanwhile, my light went off on Monday 10 p.m. until now. It hasn't come back. Can you imagine? All right. He wants... Okay, whatever. Please, I had the same challenge in my area at Kotoku. Low current for days. I complained and visited the Sawam office and no show. I had to get an electrician to get me a postpaid meter. David from Adenta. All right. So, ECG, we will group the issues into three. The issue one has to do with those in the Ajen Kotoku area who say they've had low current for houses that have a certain kind of meter because a certain water processing company, in their view, has been set up there. That's number one. Number two, people in Adenta and Asalibotwe have had persistent issues of low current and they feel it's not been dealt with. And they are not happy that when the decommissioned transformer from Agbogba was available, they didn't send it to their side. They sent it to Chado for the big men to enjoy. And then there are a couple more complaints on ECG.
In any event, like many of these people, we pay for the electricity they consume in their home. No, but look, we need to speak for the poorest of the poor in this country.
I hear you.
Yes. We pay for it, so why should you be enjoying anyhow?
No. You didn't let me explain myself. I'm saying that the former ECG boss said on this program that East Airport, Chado, the demand there has grown higher than normal.
Lives in their homes and things.
Because the kind go to Mayfair, the kind of houses there and the gadgets they use, they consume more power on average than other areas. That's number one. Number two, the houses are coming up very quickly. So I can understand that the demand spike is over what the transformer can take.
Yes.
Now, I don't think the fact that politicians live there means that everybody who lives there is benefiting from free power, because the politicians are living in their private homes. If free power comes to people who live in government residences, do you understand? Now I can understand the issue of egalitarianism, that Adenta everywhere needs power. That's true.
No, Bernard, you should look at the salary, the pay slip of a politician, and you understand the point I'm making. Their conditions of service demands that these things we put it together, we give it to the ballpark, we pay them for it. That's what the point I'm making, that we are paying, even if he is living in a private residence, the rules require that you pay him for living in his private residence.
I didn't know that.
That's what it is.
In some cases.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, I don't know about the
some
exceptions.
cases.
So are you saying that every political appointee at some level gets free power?
At some
we
level,
pay them
yes.
for the
it's paid for
entertainment,
for where they stay,
dressing.
I mean,
all
if you're
of
a
those.
minister, regional minister, and you have the residency, and you choose to go and live in your own house,
I don't think
nobody is going to pay you and pay the residency. But I'm just saying that for some people, at some level, these things are factored into your salary or your allowances. It's just what. But I think the basic point that he's making is that, look, don't misuse it because it's a taxpayer's money. It's as simple
I
as
was
that.
trying to explain from what the previous MD said that I feel like sometimes ECG believes that because this area, the demand is high.
Yeah.
In their books, they make more money from that area. Do you understand? Because they people spend more money. They buy more power.
They should be making more money.
Yeah.
But it's not always the case.
Because there was a day somebody complained that their power was moving very quickly. And when we asked the ECG, they said that area, generally, they pull a lot of power.
Oh, but pull a lot of power is not the velocity of movement of the power. It's the volume of power.
I'm coming. There are different levels of complaints. So maybe the pricing of... Okay, let me explain this way. The ECG pricing is tiered. So, for example, if you have a house which uses very low power, their tariff is lower. So, places that use more power, their tariff may be a bit higher.
I don't know whether it's as simple as that. But I think the general issue is that we are having problems with distribution. And we've come back to the distribution issue. Now, the spatial planning of our urban areas is not controlled by ECG. That's for me, I think that's the biggest problem we have. The spatial planning and control regulation of where you can build, where you cannot build, is not controlled by ECG. So ECG as an organization is at the receiving end.
So they are following. They are not the ones to determine what's going on.
And they are at the receiving end of the negative outcomes of a haphazard spatial planning. Okay, we need to zone areas where you can say this is a residential area, this is an industrial area, a light industrial
Somebody's
area,
doing water factory
business.
next to your house.
You understand?
Is that
And
ECG's fault?
The rated capacity of these transformers are predetermined before
you can't set up this factory
before they install them in communities. Okay, so ECG does their own estimation of the load that is supposed to be placed on the transformer, and then some person decides to go and do a rubber factory or a stone quarry
in the middle of a community.
If you plant a stone quarry there, what you have done is that you have bastardized the demand on the transformer.
And you see,
and they don't take permission.
And it's not
from
ECG. That's the thing. If ECG could say that the level of power we've planned for this area does not allow for industrial use of power, then, but you see, as he said, at the initial stage of the building, ECG is not involved.
Yes.
Then they realize that now you have set up a factory, you need power. They also cannot say don't give you the power.
Why can't they say that?
Sky,
it's not that they cannot
that
say.
communication.
There should be. That's what I'm saying. That there should be, but they don't do it. Because see, one of the in terms of residential areas, one of the biggest pull on the load is the use of ACs. That's about the biggest air conditioners. So you notice, and you can confirm with ECG, when we are in a rainy season, the load goes down. Once we move out of it, it starts. But the peri-urban areas are suffering even worse experiences in this load management than even the urban areas, because that's where people have decided
to set up
factories.
So there's a water factory in Ajen Kotoku, according to this guy. And since the water factory came, there's been unstable flow. What I'm trying to say, Engineer Kosidede said this yesterday at a program. I believe that ECG, there should be a committee, like a district special planning committee that licenses setting up of businesses, which includes a power and a water utility function.
They are there on the books. And they are
On
supposed
paper.
to enforce it, yes.
Because I'll give you something. Today, in the graphic, there's a story. Apollonia City is building a road linking Dodowa, Apollonia City to some place. This is a private company. Now, their business depends on people having access to their land. They realize that because the road is so bad, it's affecting business. So they, as part of their investment, are having to now build a road, 5.6 kilometer road. I mean, imagine. You see, so what makes things more expensive and inconvenient is our lack of planning. And as he's saying, you cannot, if I'm ECG and somebody has set up a factory somewhere, at some level, I can't say I won't give you power, because you've reached a certain stage of development already. And I'm a public utility. Okay, so it's the lack of planning and the zoning and the enforcement that leads to these kind of things. So now you have to change the transformers to accommodate the new load, which is what causes the problem.
And now ECG, in trying to solve this, would ask some of these companies to actually buy the transformer.
Why not? Why not?
But there's a but. You buy the transformer, and you are actually put on the transformer, but the transformer doesn't belong to you.
But how can it belong to you?
Guess what happens? As the community or the neighborhood grows in population, more people are lodged on the same transformer
that you paid for. And when it gets bad, all of you have.
That's what happens.
But you see, I think for us, we have nailed the issue. There's a lack of proper enforcement of spatial plans, if the plans are there at all. All right, that then affects demand planning for ECG, and then it leads to all these complaints. Having said that, I don't think the response of the call center has been fair to the gentleman who sent the message. That when they call, the call center says we've solved the problem, but the thing has not been solved. So I just want to urge the ECG authorities listening to tackle these issues one by one. I wanted to move to another issue because ECG this is not the first time. Because I know that if I enter the privatization, somebody will make word and start firing right now.
The Spatial Planning Authority guys should actually,
LUSPA.
Yeah, they should look into these.
Sky, you know the tragedy about Ghana? They don't have any power.
But there's an act established.
So let's make it practical. Let's make it practical. So there's LUSPA, Land Use and Spatial Planning Authority. President has just appointed 251 MMDCEs. I don't know the relative power that a LUSPA official for Adenta has in relation to the MCE. You get it? Because the assemblies have their own planning officers. But this special planning authority, the way power is distributed in our assemblies, if a big man is building a factory at Ajenkotoku, so let's assume that is Amasaman Assembly. Do you know who the LUSPA, the land use and special planning rep at Amasaman is? It is of no consequence. Because once the MP, the MCE, and the company have agreed that they will they'll give the guy the permit, there's nothing you can do. You get it? So LUSPA does not have enforcement power to say, I'm going to stop the building. You get it? So some things, sometimes we have to just be reasonable and work together. We create laws and form organizations and we don't give them any power to bite. Do you even know who the LUSPA CEO is as you sit here? Do you know who he is?
No.
Good. For such an important function like land use and spatial planning authority, it's not even a this thing or commission, it's this thing, land use and spatial planning authority. In equivalent countries like China and then in the US, these guys are very powerful. Yep. In Ghana, we don't even know, pardon my French, who the hell these guys are. I mean, who is?
Man, we are just not serious.
We are not serious. LUSPA should be very, very powerful to say, if LUSPA stamp is not on this building project, it's not going. It should be so much that the MCE should be asking LUSPA, what can we do to comply?
Yeah, at the district level, they as
well. If the LUSPA themselves, they mean business.
Oh, Sky Samins.
No, I've been on beings.
I've been on panels with them.
No, I'm telling the human.
I know. They say they got them.
What has happened is
so they just the Lord.
In Ghana,
the flaws in the cracks and the flaws in the system is what people build their businesses out of.
Yes.
So somebody will come. So this person, he needs a permit to do.
I'll sort it out for you,
so that we share the money.
And the other thing is that in Ghana, power is distributed on the basis of who you are. Do you get it? So this LUSPA thing, this is what I would say, and I've said this before. In Ghana, leaders don't lead; they follow. So you need to set 1 or 2 examples of people. So the LUSPA guy should also assert the authority. But you see, if you are not a person of consequence and professionally competent and known in your area, people will override you. You get it? And I also know your wine. Imagine, maybe some people have come from China. They want to invest in a water factory in Ajenkutoku. All right? Then they say LUSPA say do. And they say, who is LUSPA? Make it come out. The minister say we for do. That's how we do things in Ghana. Yeah. You get it? So the LUSPA people, they don't have any recourse. They may go to court, and the court, look at how long it takes. Yeah, so until we empower agencies like LUSPA and say that no matter who you are, if LUSPA says this your building is not part of our spatial plan, it will not happen. That's when we begin to get serious. But you see, 2 things we do. We appoint MCEs who are politically exposed people, and then people just find their way around political power and use it to circumvent the process. And then we appoint people who are more like technocratic people at this kind of LUSPA place, who are not really people who... And you see, the other thing, they also don't want to trouble.
Yeah, because
they don't want trouble, so they don't want to. Because who me na fight local governments and then call me, then call victimize me. You know, to MP people. So you don't do it. And as he says, we are always, you see, because now we are suffering because of our lack of planning. A serious country will say, okay, LUSPA, we've given you the power. If this happens again, we will sack you. Until the president comes and starts making noise about spatial planning and makes it a national priority. Why do you think he and his task force went around telling people to move house last 3 weeks at Kitec? A whole president with a committee of people, including the deputy chief of staff, had to now wear hard hats and get into a place where a Chinese company had built on a wetland, supposedly. And they were ordering the guy to remove the thing. I'm not even sure the thing has been done. So we don't deploy power to help ourselves. We use it for our personal gain. That's my issue. Okay? And that's why we collectively suffer. And it affects productivity, it affects efficiency, it affects everything. You get it? And as Samen says, people build business around the loopholes. They realize there's a gap between enforcement. So they'll come and say, as for me, my company, we do consultancy. What's a consultancy? Bring your papers to us. We'll get everything stamped for you, and we'll pay everybody who has to be paid, and then you do it. So you are trying to build a factory somewhere. Somebody will come for your papers in the morning from your house. You've not seen the assembly person before. You didn't defend anything. He will pay people. They will stamp everything. Then you can't give it to you tomorrow morning. They say, you can start the building. That's what they do. Then when they are building and some people come down, the land is for them, he'll bring macho men to come and fight them. It's a jungle. So how do you superimpose a development model on such lawlessness? Meanwhile, the countries you admire, The local government is so strong.
Aloski, let's not even go outside Africa. Let's go to Zimbabwe and check their urban planning and spatial planning models.
With all their problems.
I'm telling you, you won't get away with this nonsense in Zimbabwe. No way.
Because many of the things that you have to even buy to start work, they need to see permits. You can't just walk into shops and start buying things that you want to buy cement. Then what are you going to use it for? There should be a permit indicating that, you are going to build, you are buying a whole truck of cement.
Sky, I have a friend who has a shop in an East African country. The shop is for, like maybe the shop is for you, and I'm selling shoes in your shop. And I said, I want you to redesign the shop so that I can add shirt to the shop. The guy said, until I get permission that I am, and this is your own shop, that I am redesigning the shop to accommodate shirts, I can't proceed.
Exactly.
This is not this thing America. This is Kenya. That your own shop that you are selling shoes, that you say now you want to add shirt. They said somebody has to give you the license to agree for the interior decor to change the design of your own shop. Go to Edum. Go to Kantamanto. We think, and we will suffer because we think that when the state wants to come in, you see, the state doesn't come in to regulate because they think you are fool. So it's because you cannot trust everybody. You have to make sure that there are rules that we obey. But in Ghana, everybody wants to breach the rule. You get it? And then when a fire comes, we should come and save you. Meanwhile, the fire service truck cannot even get to where you've built. Yesterday, I was watching Breakfast Daily. 2 days ago, Monday, it's commenced. Hafiz Tijani went to Edum to do a report on what has happened a month later. A man was pounding fufu next to a shop. He was not wearing a shirt. He was holding a singlet. And the fufu was in an open area. Or not the singlet, or they are born once now.
Yeah, man.
All right. Then he would wipe his sweat with a singlet. It was live on television. You can ask for the tip. He was not wearing a shirt, and the woman will fetch a bucket of water, pass through some boiler, and is coming to make soup for people to eat. In the ruins of Edum market, pounding fufu, 11 a.m. Giddy, that men are coming to eat.
11 it was very early in the morning.
A society that does not follow rules. Meanwhile, what this my friend is suffering in Akoto, whatever they call it, he's probably a law-abiding citizen, but the chaos in our spatial planning is going to cause more suffering. And then he asks that he passes through traffic to get home. So imagine such a character. You leave home, there's no power. You are coming home, they are building a road. Now they'll finish the road in 2026 May. Like, what's the point?
It appears widespread. I'm getting feedback that people in Teshi have been dealing with this low voltage issues. Others from OEB, a number of messages I could just take you through. This comment says, good morning, guys. The transformer was moved from Agbogba because it has finished solving the temporary problem over there because a new substation is built over there. This is Kofi from Accra. Bernard, I'm really sad that the gentleman's issue, about the gentleman's issue you just read, will our country move forward at all? Can't we just report an issue and get it resolved as soon as possible? Why should we have to bring it to the media's attention before the issue is attended to with the urgency it needs? Kojo from Wager. Bernard, 2 days ago, I had 97 Ghana cedis left on my meter and decided to buy 600 cedis from a vendor. When I loaded it, instead of getting 697, I received 444. The call center could not assist. Waka from North Legon. Bernard, residents of OEB and its environs have also been experiencing low current for months now. When you call the call center, you are told they are aware, but nothing is being done about it. Delali from OEB. Bernard, if ECG is making more money from the posh areas, for which reason other areas get to be deprived, it means that ECG has a problem. Don't they see the development coming up for them to plan? Listen to Sky. Try to understand. Okay. Mimi from Poco say, good morning, Bernard and team. Please don't forget Pokwasi Mahira Geno. The low voltage issue is totally frustrating. The issue has been reported, but no action is being seen. Good morning, Bernard and team. The issue with power and ECG is a nightmare. I operate a barbering shop and I spend between 80 to 120 Ghana cedis a week on power. I was given a new meter some months back and I'm now spending between 220 to 300 Ghana cedis a week, from 80, 120 to 220, 300. Wow. Better than team. A Nigerian woman has tapped power from a street light pole, and it's free power because there is no meter. Kweku Konongo Kubekro, number 1. Good morning, Bernard. Ministers, senior civil and public servants are paid housing allowance if they live in their own properties, unless they decide not to take it. Kofiata, Cambridge, UK. Good morning, Bernard. Please, if you have an undertaking that demands power more than the load of the transformer in your area, ECG will not legally connect it to the existing transformer. You will need to procure a dedicated transformer before you be connected. Thank you. Kwajo, send that. Bernard, I wonder why, if we are experiencing doom so. Meanwhile, ECG hasn't come with any schedule to ascertain it. I live in Soweto, and there isn't a day the light doesn't go off. I've also seen that it is not only in my area that happens. Bernard, I'm not sure what is wrong with the newly installed ECG meter. I live at Dansuman, and between 29th March 2025 and yesterday, since May 2025, I've used 2,400 Ghana cedis worth of electricity. What is happening? He asks. And then my very good friend in Teshi sends this one. It says, it's been like that for the past 3 months.
Okay.
Teshi team, ECG, she means, comes around the moment they leave. A couple of hours later, the thing goes back to factory setting. My TV is damaged as a result. The engineer was around and promised to come fix the issue with the team today. We are waiting. It's really frustrating sleeping in this heat.
I want to summarize the point and then move to another complaint. Today we are dealing with complaints quickly. So I think the ECG point has been well made. Demand planning rests on proper spatial planning. For the ones that have direct links that can be solved, I forwarded them to the ECG communications team, and they said they'll follow up. So they'll give me an update on it. Now, I got another message from a friend, and it's very long, and I don't know if we can exhaust, but at least I'll put it on air today. You know, it's very, very long. But basically, civilians working in the Ghana Armed Forces are complaining about their conditions of work, and they are saying that it's not, they are being discriminated against, and anytime they complain, nothing is happening. They believe the coming of a new defense minister, they should be given a hearing. So they want me to put their issue out on air. It's a very, very long message. I'll have to keep their identities anonymous for obvious reasons. But it's very long. It talks about salary negotiations, their pay structure, their progression in work, lots of things. So maybe, I don't know, whether we should...
At least read it.
It's very long. It's like 4 pages. I don't know.
It's a petition to you.
Yeah.
Through you to the Republic. So.
Let me try. It's very long. It says, good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
The document I sent to you yesterday is just a fraction of what we as defense civilian staff are going through. So for many years now, our conditions of service has just become worse, and it's very scary because nothing is being done by the high command. We are basically non-existent simply because the civilian establishment in the Ghana Armed Forces was set for ex-servicemen who went on retirement but had certain skills that the armed forces would still fall on. Hence, a set of civilian establishments mainly for them to work as civilians, or hence they were set up for, hence the setup of the civilian establishment was for them to work as civilians, and since they were on retirement and pension, they were given an allowance on a monthly basis. It got to a time when certain positions could not be filled by the ex-servicemen, hence the employment of civilians to come and work for the armed forces. That's how come the civilian establishment was now a fourth arm of the armed forces. As the document stated, we are governed by the same rules and regulations as our counterparts in uniform. The only difference is that we are not trained to fight, even that sometimes we are nominated to serve on peacekeeping missions. Civilian doctors, lawyers, mechanics, and others are nominated depending on the strength of soldiers in the department. The situation is not good when it's time for salary negotiations. The soldiers who are on the pay structure called the rank-based salary structure go and negotiate and leave us with civilian servants. But when you look at the labor law, armed forces is excluded from the act. Therefore, we are not civil servants because we can't go on strike and we can't form a union. So we are part of the Ghana Armed Forces. But when it comes to discipline, then they remember that we are part of them. We are suffering a lot. a lot of us depend on bank loans since we have to pay rent every 2 years, and it's basically impossible to finish paying. We don't have rent allowance, but soldiers who live outside the barracks are renting on allowance. Anytime issues of the defense civilian staff welfare are brought up, the high command find a way of killing the issue. Please, I'm begging you to use your platform to talk on our behalf so the Minister of Defense and the President can do something for us, since we are suffering and we don't have a voice. Please keep me anonymous. Since a colleague petition, the President has been removed from his position and posted to the 1st Infantry Battalion. He now lives in Ablikuma and has to move all the way from there to Michelle Camp every day. How much is the pay? Thank you very much. Sorry for this long write-up, but I need to explain everything we'll do in this. And by the way, this is just the summary. I haven't even read the document. This is just the summary of the document.
Summary.
And I think to start with, just blank his name out and send to Dr. Manebuama.
So I shouldn't add his name?
Oh, of course, don't.
Okay.
Don't. Because it's not his problem alone. He's speaking on behalf of
okay.
a whole community of workers. So just send to Dr. Manebuama.
He's a new Minister of Defense.
And we know how he's passionate about doing things. So send to him.
Okay.
Then we can now
enter the matter.
We can now enter the matter. Okay. But we can now liaise with him to now explore ways of listening to them. I mean, if it's gotten to a point that the military system believe they don't need the civilians, they should stop employing them.
They should let them know.
Yeah. Or civilians, if you also want to enjoy plenty, go and wear the uniform.
But sometimes the age you are is too difficult to wear. Maybe I'm there for 10 years.
That's true. But that's a signal being sent out that if you want to enter that military system, better go as a uniform military man.
But I still think it's a legitimate complaint because...
No, of course.
Because of I think there are quite a lot.
He hasn't said everything.
Yeah, so Simon, he actually now sent me the petition. I know that is the petition that his colleague sent to the president, but he has statement of problem, he has background, he has reliefs and conclusion. Hey, it's very long. So as you say, I'll send it to the Minister for Defense, right?
Yes.
And then he will follow up with it. So thank you for that suggestion. Wow.
And I'm learning that civilians in the armed forces have to do 2 years, 6 months probation, and then within that period there is no leave, and then the salary too. I'm told.
That would be unlawful. That would be wrong.
6 months.
I mean,
probation.
The military should not be an enclave on its own.
But they are not governed by the regular labor law.
No, but the truth is that there are provisions in our constitution that guarantee certain rights.
So once a person is working for you,
they are entitled to those rights. A person working for 2 years is not entitled to.
Yeah,
it can't be correct. And sometimes they work, insane hours. You go to the hospitals or you go to the barracks and you see the conditions under which they work. Clearly unacceptable. Of course, I mean the military men and women themselves, sometimes you see the conditions under which they are working, not the best. But we should not create a new enclave for the military to do their own thing.
Okay.
There are certain rights that are universal and
we will submit.
That's if this thing is true.
Yes.
Yeah, if this claim.
No, but I have quite a number of friends in these spaces. So
you know for a fact that 2 years and a half you don't go on leave.
No, not that.
No, that's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Because that would be very
that's serious. 2 years. Well, if you can work somebody for 2 years and you don't know if you want to employ the person, then what's the point?
The problem is from you.
Yeah, if for 2 years somebody is working with you on probation, that is just unfortunate.
Maybe the word is not probation. Probation?
Yeah.
Or basically they've not regularized. They've not regularized the person.
It's actually 2.5 years.
Yeah. 2.5.
I also wanted to raise something quickly before we go.
Okay.
Citi Newsroom published the 10. I call it that they summarized the top 10 things in the
breakdown
code of conduct.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that this thing, if you apply it across, it shouldn't just be for the government's appointees. It should be a code of conduct for business people too. Because you can read that. If you go to the website, they have 10
for business people.
Okay.
For people, it's serious. So the things you cannot do and can do.
Well, I mean, these are spaces regulated by different instruments, and
no, but this is behavioral and ethics. So this is not law. This is more like it's not saying that what you have done is illegal, but it's saying that there's a certain conduct that is unbecoming of an appointee of the government.
Yeah, but it's enforceable.
Don't get me. You see, the reason we suffer in Ghana is not for want of law. It's for want of good behavior. And it's not everything that law can change. sometimes it's you have to appeal to the person's sense of morality. If you read it, you read it.
So product endorsement number 1. And 10 key instructions appointees must now adhere to under the code of conduct. Number 1, product endorsement. No minister shall endorse any product or service on television or other media except when appearing in party political advertisements or in non-political public service type advertisements or announcements, example, promoting water safety, etc., etc. The minister should not expect or accept any fee where the appearances and endorsements are permitted for the public good. Number 2, prohibition from purchasing state assets. A. Ministers are prohibited from purchasing state assets, whether directly or indirectly, through surrogates or proxies, with a view to hiding their ownership of the same. This includes lands, buildings, vehicles, farms, equipment, shares, and other movable or immovable property.
Okay.
B. Where a minister is found to be in the process of purchasing or to have purchased any state asset, either directly or indirectly, he or she will have his or her appointment terminated immediately. This policy is designed to promote transparency, fairness, and accountability in the management of state assets. It prevents political appointees from using their positions to gain undue advantage in the acquisition of government-owned properties, vehicles, land, or businesses. By prohibiting appointees from purchasing state property, the government ensures that asset disposal remains open, competitive, and accessible to all Ghanaians.
Okay.
Number 3, declare assets or face dismissal. All appointees must declare their assets. Those who took office before March 31, 2025 had until May 7 to comply or risk losing 3 months' salary or even dismissal. Number 4, no use of public funds for gifts or hampers. The code prohibits the use of public funds, including internally generated funds, to purchase hampers or gift items, except modest ones given for staff excellence or retirement with prior approval. Number 5, declare conflict of interest. Appointees must disclose all business interests, especially those connected to government agencies. They are forbidden from using their positions to benefit relatives or associates. Number 6, ban on nepotism and influence peddling. Using influence to secure contracts or appointments for friends or family is outlawed. Even the appearance of bias is grounds for investigations. Ministerial travels. Number 7. A. Where a minister incurs travel, accommodation, and related costs for unofficial activities, the expenses must be covered by the organizers or by the minister using personal funds. B. Where travel and accommodation and related costs are incurred by a minister for official activities, these expenses should not be reimbursed by government if they are paid for by recognized third-party event organizers. C. The following rules apply to ministerial travels. I. The minister must seek permission from the chief of staff before traveling outside the country, whether the trip is official or not. 8. Sanctions for breach of code. Offenders face penalties ranging from reprimand and suspension to dismissal. The president made clear that there will be no sacred cows. Number 9. Online reporting systems for citizens. A digital portal is being established to allow citizens to confidentially report suspected breaches, ensuring community oversight. Number 10. Gifts. To avoid the creation or appearance of an obligation, gifts gifts in cash or kind are not to be solicited or accepted from commercial enterprises or any other organizations. An exception to this rule is the acceptance of a gift presented during an official visit to an institution. The exchange of gifts during official government visits is an accepted practice, and refusing such a gift may cause offense.
Okay.
Such gifts are considered tokens of the office rather than personal endorsements for the minister.
All right.
So, A, the minister must submit any gift received in Ghana or from overseas to the secretary to cabinet for appropriate display. B, where the minister wishes to retain gifts received, he may do so only if the estimated value does not exceed 20,000 Ghana cedis. C, where the estimated value of the gift is more than 20,000 Ghana cedis, the minister may retain the gift during office but must declare it to cabinet in the interest of transparency. D, upon leaving office, the minister must relinquish to cabinet any gift estimated to be worth over 20,000 Ghana cedis unless the minister obtains express permission of the president to retain it.
Quick one. Did I hear that there is an exclusion? So if businesses give you, you don't have to accept it. Am I to understand that if private people give you, then you can accept the gift?
How?
Yeah, because I don't know whether
this is a summary.
Sacrifice.
We are reading a summary. The details, the document is 66 pages. So what he's reading is just 10 paragraphs. Yeah. So obviously there are more.
But it's important that they qualify properly, because I mean, even the reference to private people is is too wide. For instance, you get a gift from your schoolmate. I mean, how do you report that if it's not connected to the space of work you do? So yeah, and I think it's just timely. It's just timely that we have something like that.
We will take a break. When we come back, I'm going to bring you two final stories for a quick review. Peasant farmers urge government to expedite Feed Ghana program. There are some very interesting things to say about irrigation, and then the CEO of Stanbic Bank is talking about the need for reform in the agri value chain. Those issues coming up, plus your comments. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Kids, no running. They grow up so fast.
Come here, guys. Who wants to watch their favorite show on GoTV?
Your family's favorite moments are made better with GoTV's shows. We've got loads of local, international, and kids channels, and all the football you need from the comfort of your home.
You can also watch your favorite shows wherever you are with GoTV Stream. Stick with GoTV and let's go together. GoTV. Love it.
You ready to dance the night away? The gentleman himself, Abrantia Amachi Dede, is coming live to light up the stage at Corridor Gardens Restaurant and Bar on Friday, May 9th at 8 p.m. Get ready for timeless high life hits, electric performances, and a night filled with good vibes, good music, and even better memories. Into Sawono Erbabe Groove, Erbabe sing-along, another Erbana Abe soak up the legend in action. This is the show you don't want to miss. Tickets are flying fast. Regulars going for 500 Ghana cedis. VIP 700 Ghana cedis. Dial *713*33*60# to grab yours now. Call or WhatsApp 0257 700 037 or 0536 221 606. Amachi Dede Live. One night, one legend, one unforgettable experience.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel 1 TV invites you to exhibit at Agri Fair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 9
973-973. AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Hi, Mom, it's me, Kwame.
Hey, Kwame. How are you?
Mom, I'm fine, oh.
Okay.
You know something?
No, tell me.
I'm looking for a complete furniture set for my new place.
Kwame, I've told you before, the only one place you should go, eh?
Yeah, Mom, but I need a mattress to fit my bed.
Ash foam.
I need a bed to fit my room.
Ash foam.
What about a sofa where go relax my body?
Ash foam.
Wardrobes to fit all my clothes?
Ash foam.
What about linens and pillows for sweet dreams?
Kwame. Ash foam.
Mommy, that I feel you. Ash foam all the way.
From mattresses to beds, sofas, wardrobes, linens, pillows, and more. Don't waste time and visit any Ashfoam showroom across the country or call our hotline at 0243 200 729. Ashfoam. Feel it, know it.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
I'm saying, I'm saying, the Dawson. If you had your one, no be town. That's when you could push you be a dada. So I call you now.
Unleashing the power of
This is Citi. We are dying one room over McCarthy Hill. And 9% will be a good one. They mean a daily meal. Mimpeka, Trotro Panyana. And I guess it would be so good. Can tell when you're and not me to be a deep. The Buaman Shada Capre, Minipa, one city crying, and Yada Roma. Nansibia would be a drink as I could in a cash. From a watching crossing a million. Mapadi, relax in my hair, a costume studio, just a single track. Katijana, Brahma, Brenadi, and Messina, Wochia Bat. Yabuhu, ya, we libre, and your sanity. Nankopo, we should have be other that, Wama would be actually. Intisia, what you study with life. Uber Shabre, Ebia, with the median and young, was so good Pama, dear. Niawate, and I may buy, we would be as a train on Yankopo, the Debunatane, as a mentor, Makuku. You could see working my messy for the Pabe, sister Gifty, Auntie Christina, Misha, Morgana Muhunti, Ghana, Jim Fiswati, Intigate a baby, but you must send the Bia Day, sending a cake in the Suban Cake, as and Bane, and Camarafi, Bisa Sedinti, Misha Bread, but the Anefi, what I send, was my young Jigu be a renty. Now, we are seeing why you Musu, a fair penny, and you have a Biana, then I want to come okay, you won't not pay with your brain, I would hear.
18 minutes past 9, Citi Breakfast Show. If you're looking for an easy way to manage your business finances, Build Financial Technologies is the trusted platform for businesses across the continent, effortlessly handling invoicing, payment, and payroll with secure advanced encryption. Save time, reduce cost, and enjoy live support for local integration. Visit build.africa or download our app. Call 0308 040 007. Build, do more with less stress. Now, if you're looking to upgrade your bathroom, kitchen, or flooring, don't settle for average. Step into a world of luxury with Vaneado. Whether you're building your dream home or renovating a space you love, Vaneado has exactly what you need. From stunning luxury bathrooms to sleek modern kitchens and premium tiles, Vaneado is where elegance meets everyday living. You'll find top global brands, expert guidance, and something for every taste and budget without compromising on quality. Visit the Vaneado showroom located on Ring Road opposite Laboni Junction, and let's bring your vision to life. Call 0550 0550 000 031. So that's 0550 000 031, or call 0244 380 293. And join the Mirror and Oak Plaza this Mother's Day as we celebrate the incredible mothers and mother figures in our lives. The event will also unveil the model mother for 2025 on the 11th of May at the Oak Plaza Hotel, Easterport. Rates single 650 and double 1,200 Ghana cedis. Free for children under 5. Buffet lunch and drinks, live band and lucky dip and more, all available. Partners include Woodin, EcoBank, Handur Cosmetics, SIC. For more information, call 054-801-9572. Lots of comments. I just wanted to touch on a quick couple of stories on Agric as we work towards our Agri Fair. Two interesting stories. So, peasant farmers urge government to expedite the Feed Ghana program. This story is on page 39 of the Daily Graphic. It says the Ghana Peasant Farmers Association has called on the government to accelerate the implementation of the much anticipated Feed Ghana initiative, citing rising food prices and agricultural challenges that threaten national food security. The government unveiled this initiative last month to facilitate the transformation of the country's agricultural sector. It involves sub-projects on vegetables, grains, poultry, oil, palm, tubers, and other import substitutes to reduce the country's reliance on imports and transition into an export-heavy economy. Now, the agriculture intervention was launched by President Mahama in Techiman in Bono East and is expected to play a crucial role in transforming the Agric landscape of Ghana, providing support to farmers to increase production and boost the country's food systems. President of Peasant Farmers Association, Weipa Ado Awal, appealed to the government to fast-track the Feed Ghana program to ease the country's growing food inflation and bolster national agric productivity. With the onset of the rains, a pivotal period of planting and cultivation, Mr. Awal stressed the agency for timely intervention. He said delays in policy implementation could undermine efforts to boost domestic food production, exacerbating the already high cost of living for many farmers. We are ready for Feed Ghana. We urge the government to speed up the process. We are entering the rainy season, and this is part of the reason food is still expensive in the country. Mr. Awal also addressed the high cost of farm inputs, which continue to plague the peasant farmers in the country. He disclosed that discussions with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture on reducing import duties on essential agric inputs were still pending. In a strategic proposal, he urged the government to prioritize investment in research and development by strengthening institutions such as CSIR, particularly the Crop Research Institute. He highlighted that focusing on improved seed varieties suitable for local conditions could drastically increase yield and reduce reliance on expensive imported alternatives. Then he said something. Previous government's One Village, One Dam initiative, which was introduced to mitigate the impacts of erratic rainfall, needed a fresh injection of resources and attention. He explained that functional irrigation systems were critical for sustaining farming activities throughout the year, particularly in regions that experience prolonged dry seasons. Many dams constructed under the initiative are either incomplete or not operating at full capacity, leaving farmers vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns. And then he goes on and on and on and on to talk about other things. So a timely call from the president of the Peasant Farmers Association, happening at a time where there was also a discussion about agric and financing. The head of a bank is saying that the agric value chain itself needs reform. I suspect that is because the discussion was that agric is not attracting the right finance. And if the value chain is not reformed, the kind of money they need will definitely not come. But I think the peasant farmers has nailed the matter on the head, that there needs to be urgent attention to give farmers the right support as the planting season is upon us. And if they don't do that, we miss the window because it's raining now. Yeah. If they're not able to plant, by the time it's harvest time, we won't have a lot of things to do.
Very difficult. Maybe the new program that the Agric Ministry is embarking on,
Feed Ghana.
If it's done with the human face, I think we should be able to see some real benefits. They've had the benefit of evaluating the flaws of the planting for food and jobs and others that came ahead, and so with lessons that they pick from that one. But if they choose to go the same way, then we'll have the same problems. For me, my challenge has always been the hard dollar that we spend on importing foods that we can grow in Ghana. You understand? I mean, look, the Western countries, they are not stupid. They push foods to us so that they can create jobs back in their countries.
True.
They even incentivize farmers who go into some of these foods to give them jobs and then to keep the trading going on. You understand? As a country, in the last 10 years, we spent an average of $550 million to import rice.
Wow, it's not even 400 anymore. It's much higher.
As an average.
So it's higher.
$550 million a year just to import rice. If you look at the rice volumes, you'll notice that I think from 2021, 2021, the imported volumes started decreasing. And one of the reasons for this is increased smuggling of rice into the country.
Smuggling now?
Yes. People smuggle rice into the country.
Wow. To beat the ports and the payment of this thing.
You know, so we inflict the wounds on ourselves and then pretend that we don't know what's going on and shout and complain to nobody. Now here we are. We have farmers who are complaining. The incentives don't get to the right farmers. And because there's huge opportunity, we create the opportunity and we allow, and I'm not saying that that's wrong, we allow foreigners with money power to enter our farming space. Please, you look around. All the big, very, very huge farming companies are owned by foreign companies.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not saying, well, it's a good opportunity, but why not us? Because the fundamental problem, beyond all other things, will come to how we finance agriculture.
Correct.
And we talk about banks not giving to agriculture, but which bank, properly so set up, wants to give money to an industry that does not yield any return? It's not yielding returns. It's too risky because the government's incentive programs for farming is weak and not sustainable. And this is why I'm saying that the Feed the Ghana thing should be more holistic, more human-centered, so that they can have a better reality of what's on the ground. Customs must come for the call here. How we can prevent entry of smuggled produce from our neighboring countries. There are certain things. Look, the other I was telling you, I was in Agric market myself, and I'm not being told by anybody.
Okay.
Tomatoes, onions, the entire Agric market, only 2 vendors, only 2 out of the several people I spoke to, told me that they sourced their tomatoes from Ghana.
Wow.
Only 2. Some of them said they brought it from Cote d'Ivoire.
Even Cote d'Ivoire?
From Burkina, yes. As for the onions, from Mali, Niger, that's it. So where is the Ghana one? Then they were laughing. So why can't we grow onions? Bernard, in the 70s, onion farming was the mainstay of the Volta region. Shallots and onions, yes.
Okay.
You will get whatever you want. Today, we don't have it. And what else do we want to use our money for? We're using the dollar to go and buy food that we can grow here. Anyway, the little that is left, we want to promote it.
I know you are going there. I know you are going there. So the whole idea of making agriculture more sexy, bringing farms together, farmers and people who sell fresh from market, it's happening in June, and I'm not even sure have you properly announced this?
We have started. Oh,
really?
There's a radio jingle that's running. So the
has it played?
Yes, Agric Fair. There's Agric Fair going on the 20th to 22nd of June at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. So we have those in food crops, those in livestock, those in fisheries who are exhibiting. So if you
what scale of producer are we talking about? Production?
Well, we are talking about anybody who is into any type of commercial farming. Any type of commercial farming. Yesterday somebody called and said that she's into snail farming. Whether we say yes, why not? Bring the snails. From one bra, what is
that? Yo.
So snail farming. Somebody talked about rabbit farming.
Right.
We can accommodate all these things.
Mushrooms.
Fresh produce. We don't want middlemen. If you don't have a farm, don't even call us.
So this is for farmers.
Those who are running farms, commercial farms. So one is to promote your business. Two is to give you a ready market because people will come there and buy. Because we are hoping that with that it will be cheaper than buying from our main markets.
Okay. So it's a 3-day event happening at the Children's Park.
That's correct.
20th to 22nd.
Yes.
So whether you're a small scale farmer, medium scale, or large scale farmer, there will be space for you to come and sell.
Yes.
And this is not processed food. This is fresh farm produce.
We don't allow processed food.
Okay, so fresh farm produce.
Yeah. The only processed food that will be allowed is kebab.
What about Gary?
The kebab.
Yeah, kebab. Kebab will be there. That one will be there because we'll have pork kebab.
Very nice.
We have
chicken
goat,
kebab, rabbit.
Everything kebab will be there.
With snails crying.
Everything kebab will be there.
God.
What about Gary?
Oh, people will do Gary but you see, how we do the Gary is you should be a farmer who is into cassava.
Okay.
Then we can. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we.
So have we announced how people can register in terms of the exhibitors? Because as for the public, they can just come through.
Yes, we'll
get those details done.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So look, thank you. This is going to be something we'll be talking about as the month of June approaches. But it's 3 full days dedicated to showing what our farmers and our farms are doing, and also making them available to be purchased at a very low price.
Oh yes,
at a very low price. So from eggs to poultry to rice to maize to other kinds of livestock, and then now we're talking to fruits and vegetables. So we're dealing with onions, okra, tomatoes, pepper, and then we're dealing with shallots. We're dealing also with fish. Different kinds of fish farms, the fresh fish as well, from the lake type of fish, and then of course sea fish as well.
Yeah. So if you want to register, you want to call this number 0205 973 973.
For the number, we know it.
Yeah. So listen again, 0205 973 973.
So this is to register as a farmer exhibitor. A farmer exhibitor.
Yeah, for Agric Fair
2025, happening at the Children's Park between the 20th and 22nd of June.
Yes.
So this is June. This is not May. This is June.
So fresh fruits, vegetables, poultry, livestock, fish, and aquaculture products, and another one is people with agro inputs and processing machinery.
Agro inputs processing. What about fertilizer?
Yeah.
Seeds.
Also, seeds. Yes.
Okay.
Seeds.
What about tractors?
Anything within the Agric value chain.
Just don't bring cutlass and hoe.
Well, even that.
Actually, you're right. They use the cutlass for the cocoa.
No, we use it for a lot of things.
The cocoa thing, clearing the way.
Even to cut the abe. No,
there's no machine to use, eh?
Which machine can cut abe? No. It will destroy that. You have to cut it well so that when you fell it, you can use it for the same.
So you see, the cutlass still has a function in 2025.
Oh yes.
So removing the abe. I got palm nut soup last week from my sister's house, and she had actually grown the palm in her house.
Wow.
Yeah, and sometimes it's also organic and so nice. You know, some of the palm. If you go to the market to buy palm nuts, you be careful. There's some that they use for for the oil, the Agric one.
Yeah.
But the one for the soup is the thinner ones. So that's what we use. It was really, really nice. It was grown in the house. Wow. Yeah, it was grown.
The palm nuts?
Yeah, it was grown in the house. And it was so nice for the palm nut soup.
It's not Agric.
It's not Agric. This one is the one that you use for soup. Not Agric. You know, Agric is for the
oil and.
It's for oil.
Share.
Oh, Agric is for oil.
No,
Agric is too. No, Agric. No, but you know the Agric is bigger ones.
No, I know. What I'm saying is that.
By the way, why do you call it Agric?
No, because it's a seed type that was introduced by the various Agric extension officers in the villages.
When you go to the market to buy palm nuts,
they say we Agric.
We Agric.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know the fruits are bigger.
No, I don't. But why did you call it Agric?
Because from Agric
extension officers,
the Agric extension officers, when they come, the seeds that they bring, it includes all these things.
Oh Lord, Agric.
If you go to the palm oil belt, and I'm talking about Akwetia, Kede, all the way to Assume, Subi, all those places, you will notice that every village has a nursery. And I'm not talking about school nursery.
For palm?
Yes, palm nurseries. Yes.
Yeah.
And so they go there, buy the seedlings they call, and then do the transplanting, and then so it's the mainstay of that area.
Yeah, but soup, we prefer the non-Agric.
They use it
for oil palm.
For oil palm.
Yes. Yeah. For palm oil. For palm oil. Palm oil. Sorry.
But some of them use for soup. I mean, they are not going to plant another one for soup.
No, but the one for soup is the one that is smaller.
The local one.
Oh no! They use all for soup. I mean, if you have the two,
you can also mix.
If you have the two, you obviously choose the natural one. But these days, people don't even have the two.
They just want
because the old one is dying.
It's hard to come back.
The old one is dying.
And the Agric grows faster.
How much do you sell one bunch? You have to regulate the price. So that one of the difficult jobs I had as a child, when they bring when you buy the palm thing, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. And when you are doing it, if you don't take care, then it will prick you, and then oh Lord, you have to. Like a porcupine.
Yes,
it's terrible. It's terrible. Anyway, so whether you are selling Agric or you are selling normal Abe, you can come and sell at the Agri Fair 2025 that we are putting together. Look, there's more information on this. I want to take a short break and do a quick interview as well. I'm excited already about the. In fact, you've made me feel like eating palm nut soup and snails. You've just whet my appetite this morning.
Which one?
But snail, are there types?
Of course. Otope.
I don't know their names.
Yeah, Otope.
But I thought snail is snail or big versus small.
Yes, there are types.
And they have names?
Yes, Otope is
two times Otope.
Otope
is it big or small?
The one, the shell, it's like concrete.
Big one.
Yes. Yeah, no. They have different types. I forget it is, but Otope is the middle one. The Kimchi, the Ogboro. You can't just win him things Otope.
Oh, darling, when I go to my hometown, we just go and pick snails from the farm very early in the morning. So nice.
That'll be during the rainy season.
Yes, they just appear like that.
Yeah, Otope. Yeah.
The Otope is the macho one.
I mean that now.
Another name is Katrivi.
People are bringing all sorts. People are bringing Otope there.
Oh, that make me laugh.
There's that Charlie. Where you move out, you see you are there, go take it. I go inside, then go wedge like he die. Oh,
Charlie. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we'll be telling more about this. I need to take a break.
No, so Agric Fair 0205 973 973.
Is that Agric? We make a case on that, but
this was 2004.
Yes.
Baba Jama.
Yes. Baba Jama said.
Baba
So you open those days.
No, Kissy.
You know, is that a guy? Everybody when you go, they write their school. Like there's something called the Ghana Register, so they write Caleb Kuda, Legon BSc, Geography and Resource Development, Samens, BSc, Computer Science, KN University, 1990. It says some guy, he say qualification Agric. He said, what is Agric?
Baba Jama, what is Agric? What is Agric?
Agric say.
And he was holding the paper.
He said the guy's education is Agric. Oh, China is an ambassador. He's going to.
Yeah.
We'll be right back on that Agric note.
And what Ohuno Social? Yes. Onyini Bedani Otope. That's the bread jam. Thank you.
I never knew what you were trying to say.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Burna Boy, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, Chimamanda the writer, Febe Mugugu the fashion designer, and many more young African icons didn't get where they are by following mainstream paths. They did things differently. Say yes to doing things differently. Say yes to the creative person within you, the maker, innovator, entrepreneur. Chart a new path, learn new skills, globally recognized by the American Welding Society and Pearson's B-Tech. So whether in Ghana or abroad, you will shine. Say yes to DTI, a learning experience that is next level. Go to dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534.
Mom, please can I have some milk in my Milo? Have you tasted it? No, but I didn't see you add milk. Hey, taste it before you ask me any questions. Hey, milk na chum say. This is Milo all in one. Milo pampa, cocoa, malt, milk and show, everything is inside.
Milo All-in-One already comes with more milk. Just mix with water and taste the nourishing goodness of quality cocoa, malt, and more milk all in one sachet. Milo, the energy to go further.
This advert is FDA approved.
Dear home, no interest for 2 years. Are you ready to step into your dream home? With Lakeside Estates' exclusive offer, you can own your own home in just 2 years with no interest payment. This offers you affordable payments, flexible home purchase plan, quality homes, and lifestyle change. Choose from a variety of beautiful homes in any of Lakeside Hills clusters. Your future awaits you. Imagine living in a home you love with the freedom to invest in your dreams without the burden of interest. As your CIMG Real Estate Company of the Year for the 4th time, we offer you hassle-free home acquisition. Call us today on 020-477-5043 or 020-477-5042. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Call us now to learn more and schedule a tour for our available homes. T&C supplied. Make your dream a reality. Lakeside Estate. Quality homes for all.
Unbelievable is yours to own with DSTV. Get unbelievable local entertainment with Shaka Lemba, Nigerian Idol, and Big Brother Niger.
Unforgettable night.
Catch unbelievable sporting moments from the Premier League, La Liga, F1, and more.
Absolutely sensational.
Laugh along with unbelievable kids' edutainment like Paw Patrol. And experience unbelievable international shows like Law & Order and Lioness Special Ops.
Let's go!
Download the My DSTV app today and own the unbelievable.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
So it's 9:45, still on the City Breakfast Show, from agriculture to education. And we're talking about the upcoming Study Abroad Fair being put together by Study Now Ghana. Linda J and Danobafo Jamina from the Study Now Ghana team. Gentlemen and lady, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good morning. Let's talk about the Study Abroad Fair happening here in Ghana. What are the details?
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Mm.
So we are from Study Now, as you have rightly mentioned, and the study fair is happening this Saturday. We are really excited about it. We are going to be discussing more about YSJ, York St. John University, which is one of our exclusive partners.
YSA.
YSJ.
YSJ.
Yes, sir.
York St. John University.
Exactly.
Mercy and atonement. Tell me more. So what's the purpose of this fair? Who was your main target?
So yeah, the purpose of this fair is just to reach out to prospective students that are really interested in studying in the UK. We want to bring the university as close to them as it can be, take them through the process, offer them a seamless application process, and answer all questions they have regarding studying abroad, studying at York St. John.
I see. Now, why York St. John? Who are they? Where are they? And why them?
Right. So York St. John is a public university in the UK. They have two campuses, the York campus and also the London campus. We chose York St. John University for this particular fair because, like my colleague said, they are a partner university.
Wonderful.
We work with them solely in Ghana here. And then they are one of the universities with the lowest tuition fees available for UK.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Very low, as low as 11,000. You can get pounds, you can get a master's degree. That's so
what are some of their subject area and specializations? Which subjects have students explore at, you call it YSJ?
Yeah,
YSJ.
for short.
Talk to me about it.
So they have an array of courses from the bachelor's through to the PhD. You can have criminology, computer science, MSc data science, psychology. They have a few MS programs as well, the Master of Research programs. So they have a variety of programs. You just have to be at the fair because there's going to be a full rundown. We take you through the courses, the requirements for each course, and the prospects after each course. So it's a packed fair with a very, very lucrative information.
And this is both for undergrads and postgrads?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So details, when is it happening? Where is it happening?
So the fair is happening this Saturday.
All right.
And it's
10th May.
Yes, 10th May. It's going to be at the La Palme Royal Beach Hotel. And we're excited to meet the prospective students, parents, whoever, as long as they're looking at studying in the UK, and particularly YSJ, which is York St. John University.
Is this a paid event or people can attend for free?
It's for free. All they need to do is to register and attend. They don't need to pay any money at all.
So registration required.
Yes.
Where can we register? There or online by some link?
So they can register online. However, they can reach out to us via our telephone numbers, and we can share the link with them so that they can register.
So can you do mind to care to share that?
Yes, please. So I can be reached on 0533 77 1472. Yes, please.
Yeah,
or on
I can be reached on 055 404 2215.
Okay. Now, these numbers are for both phone calls and WhatsApp.
Yes, please.
I see. To register, you need to call this number 0533 771 472 or 0554 04 2215 to register. Now, what document should students bring along to increase their chances of getting admission there?
So the primary documents for application being their passports, their certificates and transcript, that is for the bachelors, those aiming at the postgraduates, their certificates and transcripts, as long as their WASI, as well as their WASI, their WASI certificates, and that should be fine for the on-spot admission.
What about, would there be officials from the university there to take questions and interact with the prospective students?
Absolutely.
Attendants would have the opportunity to engage with reps from York St. John University, as well as the representative for Study Now, and answer a one-on-one question session, which any question they would have would be attended to.
So beyond the phone number you've advertised, how can people get more information about Study Now Ghana as an organization, and then the Study Abroad Fair that's happening on Saturday?
So people can reach us or read more about us through our website, Study Now, and we have a Facebook, and
it's called Study Now Ghana, or just Study Now?
No, just Study Now.
Study Now, okay.
Yes, and through our IG account, Instagram and Facebook, same Study Now. So Study Now UK for Instagram.
Study Now UK on IG.
Yes, sir.
No, it's Study Now UK. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any final messages to listeners on this very interesting program you're organizing on Saturday?
Yeah, so we are encouraging everyone to come if you're looking at studying either this September or next year. Come and meet us, meet our representatives. You're going to have personalized counseling. And also, we're excited to share that earlier this year we had initiated a scholarship program. And we're excited to share that the winners will be announced at the event. And so if you did apply and progress to the second stage, you know yourselves, definitely please do attend and find out if you came successful as a winner. And yes, we are happy to meet both parents and prospective students.
Talking to friends from Study Now Ghana, Linda J, Business Development Manager, Daniel Bafo Jamena, Business Development Executive, and the Study Now Fair is happening here in Ghana this Saturday, and the focus is on the York St. John University from the UK. They have some really great courses, very affordable fees as well. You may call 0533 771 472 or 055 404 2215 to get more information or to register so you can get right treatment at the program. Come with your documents and hopefully get an admission or get more insight about that particular university. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so much,
Daniel. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
You must understand the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. That it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl opposites attract. It's physical, only logical. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? It may seem to you that I'm acting confused when you're close to me. If I tend to look dazed, I read it someplace. I've got cause to be. There's a name for it. There's a phrase that fits. But whatever the reason, you do it for me. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart, at the start of every night and every day. In your eyes, I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. Ooh, I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Oh, tear us apart. No, no, no. Baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. Walking away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you even when I'm alone. Oh, baby, don't let
Simply the best. Tina Turner. Oh my goodness. What a way to wrap up the show. Thank you for joining us for the best time on radio. Look forward to Antina. She's coming your way shortly with another. Thank you for your company. On this Mother's Day on 97.3 Citi FM, honor your mom with a scripture for mama. Choose a scripture that illustrates that inspirational role which your mother has played in your life. Then in a maximum of 1,100 words, tell us why you choose it. Send your scripture to 0549-986-996 with the hashtag A Scripture for Mama. Include your name and mama's details. The most touching entries will be shared live on Brunch in the City and Traffic Avenue on 97.3 Citi FM, and mama could win a beautiful gift from us. Let your sacred words rise. A Scripture for Mama promotion is powered by 97.3 Citi FM with support from Channel 1 TV, proudly sponsored by GTP, Verve Duvernay, and LVV Foods. My name is Caleb Kuda. Earlier you heard Bernardino Koku Avle, Samuel Atamesa joined us. Richard Delaskai was here. It's top of the hour. Many thanks to the production team. Ejubi Wiafia Kinting joins us now with the news at 10. Good morning.
Good morning and